Okay, 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 okay,
But it's
okay.
it's it's serviceable,
Hmm?
right? It's
What?
serve it's serviceable, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It is. It is. It is. Yeah, yeah. No, yeah, yeah. The
Okay,
mic is serviceable for sure. 100%. Yeah.
okay, fair enough.
I was just
So
trying to
how
audio
where
on
do we
Monday.
start with this?
Up to you. I mean, you're the one here right now, so you have first mover advantage. What do you want to talk about? One Piece or Hunter x Hunter?
I kind of want to talk. I'm not really caught up with Hunter x Hunter yet. I need to get on it.
Hmm?
But One Piece is like, geez, that final panel kind of shook me, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Um, I was like, the problem isn't with Emu being like stronger than Luffy. The problem is the gap. Like the gap shouldn't be that big.
I mean, I assume that was the case in terms of if Luffy was better than Loki. That's the thing. Now I have to question if Luffy's better than Loki, which I thought that he was. But now I was like, hold on, was he really or was he not
Going
really?
going into this fight, I expected Luffy to perform at least like equal to Loki. I was
That was the idea. That's why for me, it's like, hold on, okay. Because the way I saw was Loki fought against Emu and the what's up chat? Luffy Donut, Emu had Luffy running for his life. From not I mean Luffy matched Luffy had energy. He had energy, but the problem is that like the energy right now is not comparable to Loki. If you go back to like the Loki chat,
yeah.
if you go
Emo
back to
was
like the
giddy
Loki
as hell.
situation, like Loki, so like I reread 1181, 1182, and when you go back to those chapters, like the way Emu is operating with Loki is not the same way he's operating with and
Yeah,
Ragnar.
he was giddy as hell.
Right, exactly, yeah. So it's like oh yeah,
I
Keeney, I don't read Hunter x Hunter. I read on Viz, so I read it on Mondays. So I'm like always like a chapter behind. I didn't read chapter 413 yet. That's why I said 412. But yeah, so it's like yeah, like he was giddy as hell. But like you can see like the attacks themselves were also like on a bigger scale. Like you had the Ragnar Zuchi, and then he blocked it. He made a gap in space, and then you have the Kangasaki Clash. Then you have the Fob attacks where he does stab Loki through the damn chest, but he's able to keep on fighting afterwards, right? He takes that chain chomp ball too. Then he slams him home. He does the Thorheim. You have like even like the next chapter, you have Emu. He's like coughing and huffing, like he's like, oh shit, like you're a traitor. He's bleeding and everything. And so it feels like the respect that he gave to um, Loki and how the fight played out with Loki and Ragnar, it's a whole different situation now with Luffy. Because with Luffy, I mean, now again, this is assuming that everything is all said and done with Luffy. We don't know if it is or not, but
Yeah,
it
I
feels
don't
like
think
it
the fight
is.
is over. I don't think
Yeah,
the fight is over.
yeah. I mean, like let's say for example, like, mind you, like this is all. This could be Oda trying to do one of his standard cliffhangers and then he is having it on a break so people can yap and talk about how okay, like Luffy's actually defeated, quote unquote, but in reality he's not. And let's say like a thought I had was maybe Luffy is going to awaken, let's say, or like maybe this is like a clone. Maybe he learned what Kizaru could do, and then he's done that himself in some sort of Toon Force way. Uh, some of that sort.
That could be possible, yes.
Yeah.
Although
Or
I
go ahead.
was thinking like, because we know that Luffy has one of the highest endurances in the verse. Like we've seen him take mad damage and keep fighting.
Mhm.
So it's possible that's like he could just push through it, but it's like, yeah, this is one of the nastiest wounds that Luffy has suffered in the
Oh
story
yeah,
so far.
for sure. I mean, to be fair, he did get like stabbed through the abdomen by Katakuri. Um, but the Katakuri wound feels like it's not on the scale as this wound. And plus, the problem with this sword too is that like this sword has some unique property. This sword of Wailing Void, where the moment he takes it out, like the life starts to die around Emu, and then he stabs him with this sword that has unique properties. So it feels like with Luffy in this situation, like this sword may have lingering effects on Luffy that we're not aware of just yet.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. It's what do you think? Like, if Luffy is defeated, what do you think happens now? Because I was thinking about, okay, what are all the possibilities that could happen, and I've seen some interesting ones.
Mhm.
Like for example, and I'm gonna share some of them with you. A lot of people said that Bonnie should get involved, and she should like almost like Eri from My Hero Academia. She should like rewind Loki and Luffy back to a state where they can fight. I've
Oh.
seen some people saying that she should temporarily revert like Gabon and Jeru to their primes. I've also seen that, but because we
Is
know
that
that,
permanent? One, and then two, I don't know if that's going to be something that. Oh, because Bonnie is not in the area, but maybe she could be in the area at some point soon. I'm not too sure about that. I mean, the way I see it is that if this fight is over, like I think it's going to be. I mean, there are options. Like what you're saying is for sure an option, but
yeah,
to me the biggest thing is that the arc is over essentially. Where it's like Emu just like the arc ends on an L for the Straw Hats and company. Where like unless Zoro and Sanji can win against Killingham and win against Summers very quickly, and they actually kill Killingham and kill Summers, so they can save the kids, and then they do damage to Emu, the arc should pretty much over. Like that's my thought process right now.
yeah. Because what I stated is like kind of like internal interference or like intervention. There's also the possibility that we have
Hedge runners
external
is crazy.
one, like external interference or external intervention. Because I'm seeing people saying Shanks, I'm people saying Dragon, I'm seeing people say Blackbeard, Kaido, Big Mom, like Sheik even. Like I've seen a lot of people saying like external intervention from like a character that we haven't seen in Elbaf yet. But I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Well,
And
the problem is that there have been no signs of any characters pulling up at this point in time. There's been zero signs of any character, whether it be Blackbeard, whether it be Shanks, whether it be, let's say, Grand Fleets, whether it be fucking, I don't know, Kid or something. Like, there's been no signs of anybody pulling up at all and helping out. It seems to be isolated right now, specific to Elbaf alone. So the only way, so like, think about it, right? Let's say Luffy's down now for the, like, let's say he's actually down now. You have to have a way of either bringing him back, which could be Bonnie thing, but the Bonnie thing may not be permanent in of itself, one. And then two is that you have to keep Emu here if you're gonna have Emu fight more characters. So maybe it could be the case where you have like a crew thing where like the crew try and stall and fight against Emu, but it's kind of weird to have that when Emu's been so dominant against guys like Zoro and Sanji. So like, what can the crew like even in like an Or situation where they teamed up against Luffy Oars? Is that even enough to stop Emu or like slow him down? Even like I don't
no,
know.
I don't think so. It would be kind of like if back in one old like all the rest of the crew tried to stand up against Kaido. I don't think it would work.
Right? It's like
Honestly.
the same way Kumo's running around in Shiboni just taking care of the crew. I feel it'd be like the same thing. Incoming kid. I mean, Grim. Listen, like if there's gonna be outside interference, like I can't see it being Shanks at this point in time. It could be Shanks, but I have my doubts it's Shanks and to come out of nowhere. Um, Blackbeard, you never know what he's plotting. But I doubt that. Like I don't think there's gonna be any outside interference. I think that the like if it is the case where this arc is over on that stab, meaning that like Luffy's no longer able to fight, neither can Loki fight. You have to keep like Emu has a timer. Like Emu, he doesn't want to be here for too long, right? So if Emu doesn't want to be for too long, then Emu wants to get things wrapped up very quickly. So there's no reason to stay here after that stab. That's the idea. You can argue. Hello?
I mean to
Oh,
be fair, I mean the craziest idea that I've heard is that Kaido and Big Mom would pull up. Like Big Mom being part of Elbaf at this point, it's like if she showed up to like bail Luffy out, that would be kind of crazy. Or Kaido, like or
I
both of them. Like that would be insanity. Like absolute insanity. Like
I don't think it's even possible to have Big Mom and Kaido pull up at this point in time. And then like wow, they want to go to Elbaf. Like the only person I can think of that be an outside force that was nearby Elbaf at this point in time, it would be Kid. But Kid's like probably somewhere in the bottom of the ocean of Elbaf. He's not
what is
like
Kid gonna do against Emu?
I don't know, but like the idea is that he could be a distraction. Like again, the point is to stall Emu, right? The point would be okay, like so in the same way where Luffy was knocked out by Kaido on the rooftop, and then he was found by Law's crew. The one that was stalling Kaido was Yamato. Yamato was stalling Kaido for a period of time, which allowed Luffy to eat food, regain strength, and then combat him with more serious intent. So it feels like in this case here with Luffy would need someone to stall, and I don't know who that'd be, but he would need someone to stall, and that person, that'll give Luffy some time to recover his strength, and then he would be able to fight again. The only thing about it is that, again, this sword has some unique attributes to it, and I don't know if they're going to be lingering or not, where it's like, okay, like this sword of Wailing Void was killing the trees around him. So maybe this sword of Wailing Void is also, let's say, causing some, like it could be stabbing at his own life force because it's like a sword of death or a sword of nothing or Mu, if you want to call it that, I suppose. It could be some of that sort, where like the sword itself has a lingering effect where it actually does siphon off his lifespan when he cuts it, you know, or like when he gets stabbed.
I mean, he didn't just get it stabbed; he got impaled. Like
he got impaled. Sure, I mean, stabbed, impaled, yeah, but
crocodile style.
Yeah,
literally
for sure.
Like crocodile did, yeah.
But at the same time, it could be the case here where even after this wound, he can still keep on fighting. I mean, we've seen Luffy go through shit like that and fight before too, though this is a pretty bad one. The thing about it though is that he also got hit by those small orbs, the little black omen balls. So I don't know what's going to happen at this point, because like that damage is insane. And the thing is that Luffy probably, if he can fight, he can't fight for too long. So he may need someone to stall eventually. But the question is like who or like what? Again, like every heavy hitter has been taken out for the good guy side. Like Gabon taken out, Zoro and Sanji fighting against other guys. Loki is down, and then now Luffy could be down too.
That's why I suggested Bonnie, because Bonnie's powers aren't permanent on living things; they're temporary.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of like how I said that maybe she temporarily reverts Gabon back to his prime, or she could do that with Jaru as well.
Okay.
Or she could just rewind Loki and Luffy so that they're back in fighting shape. It wouldn't be so much healing as it would be like delaying the effect of the damage that they took.
I see you. Okay,
What's
I
up,
see
Mike?
Yo, what's up? Up. Real quick though. Blonde Cheese on Twitch. Much over the 26 months, sir. Loki is way stronger than Frog Boy Luffy. Sabo over current Zoro. Blackbeard will kill unlock. I don't know what the fuck that is. But I will say that like, well, I do good at Sabo's over Zoro. But I would say that like right now it looks like if you wanted to say that Luffy's weaker than Loki, that is a fair thing to say at this point in time. That is pretty fair. I can't deny that.
Definitely.
I thought that I was pretty much very convinced that Luffy was stronger than Loki. I was very convinced of that. But it looks like that's probably not the case if the fight is still if it's over. If the fight is actually gonna have more to it, then I'll probably say okay, like you know, who's coming in now? Is that Might? Is he coming in now?
Yeah, Might is he'll be stabilized, I would imagine, eventually.
All
But
right, fine. No.
I would say,
yeah.
but I would say Loki, like Emu put down Loki, I would say it would have been like either a high mid diff or like a low high diff. That's my personal opinion on how it was with Emu. But if the fight with Luffy is over, then I mean, I'm sorry, that's a low diff.
No, it is. That's like, the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the reality. Yeah. I mean, the one thing you could argue is that okay, well, like maybe because we were going over it during the stream yesterday too. Maybe because he's taking out the sword of Wailing Void, that could be like one of his better swords, if not his best sword. And so if he was taking out that sword instead of using his glaive, the jagged one, then that means that he's taking this fight more seriously compared to you know, when he fought against Loki, you could argue because he's actually using his main sword.
Honestly, because Luffy has always been susceptible to like cutting and piercing attacks.
Like, yeah, but that shouldn't matter at this point. Like,
no, it should. It absolutely should.
Well, because like I can understand that issue with like the sword because like he's but the problem is like in of itself though, like even though it's a bad matchup, we argue it's still too easy in terms of like that and that alone is not enough. You know, it's like Emu was able to outspeed Luffy most of the fight, Luffy had one attack in that genie form where he used to punch Emu and make fun of Emu when he was in that genie form with the whole Majin thing. And then even still, and then Luffy was able to dodge the Stigma Blade with a nice, like, he had the genie form, he poofed out, which was cool. And he had some Roadrunner shit too when he was dodging those orbs. But outside of that, it feels like, like even with the sword, like it's too easy on paper.
To be fair,
can you guys hear me now?
Yes. What's up? Yeah. What's going on with you? You were in and out constantly.
Hey, I don't know, man. I think my internet's possessed. What the hell?
All right. What's up?
How do I sound to you, Mike? I'm testing a new headset.
I was hearing you guys perfectly. I was like, I couldn't speak.
Yeah, I figured something was going on. Yeah, because you were going in and out quite a bit. Like you were boom, 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 boom.
So what did you think about this chapter?
Wait on. Before that, real quick.
Okay.
Because I want to get to it now, might as well. Because I was gonna get to before Mike pulled up. Deimos with $20 said, I think Loki's performance was overrated. Overstated. In my eyes, both him and Luffy got low diffed by Emu. I see it as Emu having different / higher expectations for Joy Boy than Nidhogg. Loki's Dura is definitely higher than Luffy's right now. And then Shadow says, what diff would you say this quote unquote fight is so far? While Emu is still currently Bukaki. What? Luffy. Okay, that's weird. Luffy having his staff all in Luffy gushing out. Okay, he's saying some weird stuff there, but I think I get what he's saying there overall.
Yeah.
I don't know. Bukaki's statement is weird.
Like Emo versus Loki is at the bare minimum like a mid diff. That was not a low diff. By no measure, that was a low diff. Like that's at least a mid diff.
Yeah, I mean, like just seeing Emu like literally like after taking the attack from Loki, like you can see like he's coughing and huffing, and he's like traitor. After taking like the Thorheim, he's trying to block. I think he did to the 3,
Fuck yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
it's like, but if Luffy is done, and it's like the reason as to why I don't think that Luffy is done is because Oda recently has been gassing up Luffy. It's like he said that Luffy was going to do some crazy shit because he didn't like that Luffy's popularity was being challenged by other
Wait, when
characters.
did he say that?
He said that like a few months ago, maybe a month ago.
Oda said that?
Yeah, he did.
Huh.
Absolutely. Like,
wait, is that in the garden somewhere? Because I have no idea what that is. Huh. Or actually, maybe someone said that before too. Let me see if I can't find that. I'm curious.
I don't remember when it was said, and I'm not sure where it is, but I definitely know it happened. I'm just not. Yeah, and it's like him taking an L to Emu like this is not going to help his popularity. So I really think that this is a red herring, honestly.
All right, yeah, Mike. What's your take on the fight so far? Talk to me.
Well, as far as how the fight concluded, I'm glad for the most part Oda stuck with the fight. I kind of wanted a little bit more in terms of chapters, maybe at least like one more chapter before getting an ending like this. But overall in all, I did like the fight. I did like the fact that Emu basically just walked down Luffy. He wasn't stressed. It seems to me Luffy really did get a lucky shot in, because after that, Emu was just adapting to it. He's like, okay, well, and I think he was in his head trying to measure Luffy, Joy Boy, and found Luffy, and at the end found Luffy lacking. He called Luffy weak, and
which is crazy.
I think that's but it's significant though, because I feel that for Emu to cement himself as one of the top tier quote unquote final villains, he needed to show out on Luffy. Not so much Loki, because again, Loki's not the main character of the story. It was Luffy that I was waiting for. And now that I see this, I am a little worried that this may be a future sight vision.
Great fail kind of situation.
No, not even. Like, this is like all this was just a future sight vision from Luffy, and then he dodges like the attack somehow.
Shit.
And it's something else, like this happened, or it's clone.
So it's an illusion then.
Yeah.
Well, not
or,
but he's saying like how like in the same way that he could see his arms get caught by Mihawk, and then he
kinda
decided
like
to punch
that,
the ground.
yeah.
Yeah, so he's saying like this isn't real. This is actually like a future vision of Luffy where he does get stabbed by Emu because he's seeing the future.
Okay, I could see
mean,
that.
And then there's the genie. I feel that for Oda to specifically draw that a specific genie, like
Yeah.
why would Luffy be messing around with forms in a serious fight with a serious contender who the only time we saw him smile was when he was in genie mode,
Yeah,
and
that's true.
when Jinbei stepped up to protect Loki.
Yeah.
So
And
I don't
Ragnar.
think and Ragnar. I don't think he was joking around there. So it could be something with that. I mean, there's different avenues in my head. I'm thinking that Oda can take this. So I'm a mind that the fight's not over.
Same here.
But if it is, I wouldn't be mad at it.
Yeah.
Because
I
it
would.
just,
I
it
definitely
just showed,
would.
well, it just showcased how powerful Emu is.
But we
And
already
how
know that.
Yeah, because I mean,
Luffy
because
got
I
up
guess
his
like
sleeve.
I guess like answer Shadow's questions. Like right now, the fight it feels like it's like a low diff fight. Like Luffy's just getting actually trounced, and of course he's not on Joy Boy's level. But it's like I know that eventually in the future he will be. I feel like so like we know that this right here be ultimately like a stepping stone for Luffy. He's not dead. We're not gonna change the main characters. We know that. And then I feel like it could set up for something bigger in the Holy Land. And then you have maybe a max power Emu finally there with fight against Luffy, who's actually improved dramatically. But yeah, so if it's over, I'm not necessarily too mad, but I feel like that means that the next arc has got to be the final war. Like honestly,
Or damn near, because it's like this is embarrassing for Luffy.
I don't
Like,
think
it's
so.
straight
How?
up
Not necessarily. I mean, that was kind of like that kind of took me for a loop. How people were kind of bashing Luffy for losing. It's the same simulation. A situation happened way back in the flashback when Garling lost to Rocks. Garling lost to the then
Yeah,
strongest character in that verse. There's no shame in that, and he
yeah,
was still conscious.
one of the stronger character in the verse. But
I mean, at that time on that island, besides Emu, Rocks was the
yeah,
strongest.
yeah, Sebek was probably number 2 in the world at that point in time. Yeah.
like to me, I would say all this
him
means is that like all this means is that if you want to argue that he's weaker than Loki, fine, he's weaker than Loki. That's my biggest surprise. But like, think about what happened previously with this guy versus other characters. Like he annihilated the giants, he annihilated, or at least a lot of them. He annihilated Sanji, he annihilated Zoro. He was giving he was having some trades with Loki, but ultimately he was just better than Loki, of course.
He blew up High Rooted.
Yeah, so it's like he's been just crushing everybody we've seen. Like every person that we see in the Marines and world government are weaker than Emu. So it's like, I don't think it's embarrassing to lose to Emu in a fight. But I would say that, like to me, like what if you want to say something that's embarrassing, to me, it's like he just didn't perform as good as Loki, which is that to me is like the embarrassing part.
It's not embarrassing to lose to Emu. It's embarrassing to lose to Emu like this. That's what I would say. Like there are types of L's that you can take. I don't know, man. I thought
Okay, wait, hold on.
Again, I don't feel that it's an embarrassing loss because again, this is a candidate for one of the final bosses.
Final villains of the story. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So
I understand that.
If Luffy getting stabbed by this, I mean, I would say it's kind of not sad, but it's like holy crap, like wow, Emu's really him. Because usually it would take a bit more to put down Luffy, but he just blitzed him.
It's like, think about it. It's like he's saying, okay, well, first of all, actually, is this more embarrassing than him being one-shotted by Kaido? No.
But
like Kaido's one shot was way more intense. I was like, what the fuck?
That's Luffy's worst L to date in One Piece.
Yeah, exactly. Like that like Kaido literally
sure.
blitzed him one time, and he just fucked him up. It was in a story.
After taking no
Uh,
damage from bunch of his attacks, so it's like add insult to injury. But this is number
and
2 for sure.
I'm also of the mind that since Emu changed weapons, like that also plays into effect. Like I think Emu got a little bit more serious.
Yeah, folks say that too.
Because
That's true.
it's okay. He was just coasting just fine with the staff, but then he took out the blade, and all of a sudden he's in. Well,
Yeah,
and I think but
that was nasty. That wound is nasty for sure.
yeah, but again, like mind you, like we don't know if this is over. Number one, we don't have no idea. Number two is that the again, whether it's him seeing the future, whether it's actually a clone, whether I've heard people say that he's actually rearranged his organs, like what we saw on Egget Island. He just did that here, so he's able to dodge that. We have to wait and see. Or he just tanks that and then keeps it going.
I mean, fair.
So like that's it's like we don't know if it's over or not. What's up?
What's up, yo?
What's up?
Wait, what are you guys talking about?
Yeah.
Luffy's L.
Oh, Luffy's L?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Chapter 1188.
Yeah, I don't think Luffy tanks the blow because he clearly took damage. He just takes it and keeps going despite of the damage. That's what I would say. Go ahead.
Be honest, Loki only did better against Emu because majority of the time Emu was daydreaming during his fight. And Loki even notes that, yo, you're underestimating me, which is why he landed that blow and then he followed it up. He followed it up with the Thorheim. And then Emu had to block it.
He had like one session where he had one thing where he daydreamed, but one time thinking about Joy Boy. But then afterwards, it was like, he was hyped to see the Nidhogg return. Like, you can see Emu's reaction to that shit. And then every attack that Emu did, Loki matched. Him and Ragnar, they matched bar for bar for a while.
Yeah.
Up until recently.
Yeah, they did.
And I kind of think he locked in. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, but like the thing is, like, for the most part, Emu has been avoiding Loki's attacks. Like Loki hasn't had like a significant blow on him while he was not daydreaming. The only time he landed a blow on him was when he was daydreaming.
Okay.
Like Luffy getting like destroyed here, I feel like Loki probably would have if the situations were reversed. I think.
I would say the Loki that we see, yeah, because I would say again, this is all assuming that Luffy's actually like defeated per se, right? But like when you see Loki's he's coming into the fight already wounded, so he's already not at max power going into the fight, even after eating food, and then he doesn't even use a hybrid form that we know exists, which typically is their strongest form. Typically, not all the time, but typically. So
yeah, Kaido's a good example of that.
Right. So typically, if he had a hybrid form we haven't seen, and he also has and also he's wounded because of what happened with Shamrock and Shuri, then even still, Emu is doing all of this, but he's doing this to a Loki that's not at max power in terms of stamina, in terms of durability, right? So he can't take as much probably, and he also is for some reason using hybrid form. Whereas with Luffy, he does take out this Sword of Wailing Void, which seems to be better than his Glaive for sure, because that's some crazy property of like death or decay, whatever's going on with the sword. But then, even still, like this guy has the ability to speed its Luffy continuously and lose attacks. He only got one attack in. Now is in base form in the last chapter. This is just again like it's just a dominant showcase. It's just
I haven't seen someone tag Luffy consistently in Gear 5 like this since Kaido. I think Emu's only the second person that is doing this.
Yeah. Not even Kizaru was able to do that constantly, right? And mind you, Kizaru was up in his feelings too, obviously. But Luffy was just way more dominant when he was in Gear 5 against guys like, Kizaru, who's light speed. But Emu's faster than that. He's orders of magnitude faster. He's actually timing Luffy.
Also, we have to remember that when
he's blitzing Luffy. Go ahead.
Yeah.
If Luffy has like if next chapter Luffy does like somehow like there could be a situation where like Luffy gets off of the sword, or like, and then like he's holding his stomach and he's like very weak, but like I think there's a chance that he's like still awake. Like
Okay.
he'll fall on his knees, but like he'll still be awake, and like probably like Emu's gonna dialogue dump on him.
Yeah, because
Right
this
when
isn't the first time Luffy's been stabbed, so
Yeah,
he's kind of
Crocodile
got
is a perfect example.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's kind of got experience with taking blades and stuff, so that may also play a factor. His powers may also play a factor because he's basically Toon World right now. But again, that sword is different, so it
Yeah.
may hamper his abilities. So he may have to get off the sword,
Right.
and
It's like
you
that's
know,
why. Yeah, I agree with that.
some people may have to run distraction for him, even though it probably won't even amount to much. But
Yeah,
I'll
that's what
be
I'm saying for. It's
honest
like
with
it's like,
yeah.
but then like who runs distraction against Emu? Like who? It's not.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because here's the thing, Cole. I've been thinking about this for a while, and
Uh,
we know that Oda is a Toriyama fanboy. Luffy is doing a lot of Majin Buu shit right now. If like with the shape shifting, like the transmutation and stuff, bro. If Luffy starts to regenerate, I'm gonna lose my
Yo,
mind.
Luffy, when he went into the Majin form, he absolutely did nothing. Like, what was the point of doing that? Like
that's what I'm
apparently it
saying.
was
It feels like something's up. Something may be up with that
nah. So apparently,
because
based on what I was getting from and maybe this is wrong, but based on I remember I think it was some lady hero. She was saying last stream that basically he turned to a genie to make fun of Emu because the word Majin also means demon.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
So
yeah.
like
Majin is a
demon,
type of demon.
Majin, genie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so genie and demon have the same kanji apparently. And so because of that, so basically he was making fun of Emu turning into a genie. That's the thing.
Which,
That's all he
which
was
by the
doing.
way,
Yeah.
the Jin design, I actually noticed something. Obviously, the first thing that it invokes is like Daifuku, but
Yeah.
the face, the correct me if I'm wrong, the face looks a lot like Hyogoro's face.
Maybe. I won't deny that. Like, yeah, that could be your girl model. That's possible.
Yeah,
But
I was not sure why that's exactly like why Luffy took this form. If it was just to troll Emu, like from the side
no, no,
when
no,
he
no, no. But Chad's right though. Like he was doing it to fuck with Emu. Like he just making fun of him. He was rage
No,
rating
I
him
was gonna
essentially.
make a point that like the entire time Luffy was not taking this seriously, and like Emu was like the moment like you notice like the moment when like he does like the jet gatling, and then Emu has like that specific panel of his face showing. He's like, it feels like he's like, bro, is that all it? Is that
Let me see.
the like he feels like, bro, Luffy was like wasn't doing anything. Like he was kind of disappointed. Almost seemed
I
like
mean, I didn't get that
he was.
expression. I just got the expression that because Luffy did because he did the jet gatling and he destroyed those things, and then after that you see him look down and you see why, and he watches him transform into a giant genie. Now to be fair, I will say this though, it's like Luffy transformed into a genie, which is like what the fuck, like how? And so that to me is like okay, his powers are getting a lot better. Like he matched up to be a genie, and he actually made himself into a gigantic. Like he's bigger than Emu. So like he's even bigger than I think Loki too in terms of size. Maybe he's huge.
at least on par.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, but like
probably
the
on
thing is,
par.
like, it was kind of a bad thing to do because he just made himself a bigger target against Emu.
Yeah,
Which
it
is why
seems
he
like
Right,
he
didn't
which
thought
what he said.
that
Right, yeah.
Loki's
What's up?
size let him like
Hey there, Mike.
overpower Emu in certain
Mhm.
aspects instead of it being Emu getting distracted and then getting hit. And
All right.
I think that's why he chose to go genie form to try and use size to overcome Emu. But I mean, it backfired.
Yeah, it did over here. Now, I mean, he did have a cool way of actually getting out of the stigma blade because I thought it was going to attach him like completely, but he just kind of like poofed out of the genie form and then
Yeah,
he
he
missed the attack.
deflated.
Yeah, he deflated
Yeah.
right. I mean,
The
no,
only- the only
watching
thing I have against that-
it kind of feels like the actual genie form was like maybe like almost like a weird conjuring that he made over himself. Maybe.
Yeah, the
Like a
clouds
summon?
around him that he
Yeah,
had sent
yeah,
with
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
cloud scarf.
the only thing that's my issue with that for him taking the genie form to overpower Emu, is he saw what happened to Loki. I mean, if
Yeah, he
anyone
did.
was going to if,
Emu even mocks
if
him for
anyone,
it in this chapter.
yeah,
Yeah.
he told him like, didn't you see what happened to Loki? Don't you know you making yourself a bigger target? Like
True.
Luffy, you were right
But he's
next
trolling,
to Luffy. Yeah, I was
But,
like,
like,
why is he trolling?
yeah.
Like, why now? Like, because it looked like Luffy was serious in the beginning of the fight.
And then he
as soon
started
as
to
he
have some
talks
fun.
to Jinbei, yeah, he starts to have some fun. Like, wait, what? Like, it's a bad time for the freedom powers to kick in. Like, he needs to lock in here. Like,
Which by the way, I'm actually surprised that in the middle of this fight that Oda actually gave Jinbei a moment, because I feel like
Shout out
a
to
lot of
Jinbei.
people have been asking for some Jinbei action. I wasn't expecting Jinbei in this chapter at all. Honestly, I was pleasantly surprised.
He finally realized that he's the strongest guy in the area outside of Luffy and Loki and Emu. So it's like, okay, he has to do something. So he was just to kill Loki. Jinbei's there. Boom. Perfect.
I mean, it was a good way to like give him a small moment without having like to make him like take out a big chunk of the chapter, like fighting someone. It's like you block the Omen flame. It's like it's a quick and easy moment.
That's a good feat, but also it kind of shits on like the Usopp agenda because now Ragnar is fanboying over Jinbei, because it's like now it's like
also true.
I think anyone is still expecting something for Usopp is crazy at this point.
He's getting something.
The most I can see Usopp doing now is like sniping one of the flames that are going astray.
If there is idea to stall and they're gonna stall for Luffy, let's say we have like a crocodile situation. So now it's like a crocodile situation where we have to solve for Luffy's recovery, and so we have to all kind of do our part against Emu. Watch Usopp just cook. He's gonna do some mad shit because it's gonna. I don't know how, but he will find a way. All right, he'll find through trickery, through some weird stunts, through some bullshit. He'll find a way to stall like a demon. He will stall like a demon.
It's not gonna happen.
There will be something because like otherwise it's like again. So like the idea is that what is it? When it comes to Usopp, the idea is that snipers provide support, and so if they need support, let's say if they're trying to stall the attacks, like the range attacks, you can set them out of the sky, and so they never actually have the explosions hit any of the characters because Usopp was trying to snipe them out. So we can see, but again, like, but the problem is that your two other guys for the track crew that are main fighters, Zoro and Sanji, are due with Killingham and Summers. They're not there.
Their hands are full right now.
Yes. So you have to stall the guys you have on hand, which I don't see how it's even possible.
I was thinking, since the chapter released, like, I was thinking, like, if there was going to be a situation where they're going to need to stall for Luffy to come back, like, what if, like Bonnie somehow makes Jarul younger? So that way he could fight.
I mentioned that, yes.
While.
Yeah,
I did. Will
Bonnie,
Jarul be able to stall though?
Yeah, that's why I suggested Gabon. Like maybe Gabon goes back to his prime temporarily.
Gabon is the only one on the island not occupied that I can see stalling Emu slightly.
Yeah, but they're on the side of the island right now.
A slight stall, like. If it's going to be a very long stall, it has to be like
we're going to need multiple people probably.
Up.
Yeah, we're probably going to need multiple people because it's very clear. Like if this fight is over, like fighting Emu on one is not an option. Like you're going to need to dogpile him. Like it's going to have to be a group fight.
No, knowing Luffy, it's supposed to be 1-on-1. For knowing him, he's going.
Luffy might not have a say here. If he's done,
like for the stall, yeah, but like for the stall, sure, but for the fight against like I mean, like, maybe you could argue, okay, fine, like they have the 2v1 in order to really push him back, but you have to have Loki and Luffy in good condition, which right now they're not. Yeah, maybe you have Bonnie do that thing, but the problem is that it's not permanent, and I feel like this sword may be able to negate the effects of what she can do anyway in terms of healing or turning back time. But that's just I'm not too sure. Like I really don't have any confidence in Bonnie doing anything, honestly. Like I'm keeping it a stack. I've none.
I mean, I could also see maybe Lilith doing something
in this area.
Lilith? Yeah, like maybe. Not even in the area. It's like they're in other, like they're near the War School, I think. So I mean, maybe they could appear in this area.
The Straw Hats were before they went to the ice block.
Like they were near Sanji, and Sanji was in that area where he was near the War School, but like in the fourth area near the War School, and then he ran over to the other side. but they should still be. I mean, maybe they move. That's possible. Fair enough. Because remember, like there was this whole thing about them trying to help out with the fire because the fire is still raging all across the entirety of this branch, and so they're moving over there to try and help out with the fire. So I don't know if they actually focus on this at this point in time. You know.
No, is it possible that?
Oh, wait.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Unforgiven Sounds donated earlier 1,000 bits to this. My crack theory: Ragnir gives a piece of his hair to Usopp to attach to his hammer, and he launches it at Emu, and bam, Usopp development. Okay, I mean that's unique.
Why take hair from Ragnir?
I don't know. I mean, is that something with involving Ratatasker, the squirrel?
Is
like, there just some sort of Nordic lore there?
Like,
I don't think so.
Yeah. Oh, Swaggin, much love for the $2 says Kaido and Katakuri are disappointed. Lucci was right. Okay. That's crazy work right
Yo,
there.
Lucci was right, dude. He's not a Yonko, bro. What is this performance?
I mean,
I don't
listen,
believe you.
Listen, like the problem is that like if Luffy,
how do you think the other Yonko was stunk up against this?
They'll do better.
I mean,
At least that's not our
Blackbeard is probably
definitely
destroyed.
I think
Blackbeard
Blackbeard does
definitely
similarly,
Blackbeard
yeah.
gets destroyed.
I don't know if he gets destroyed because he counters Emu's powers on paper. He counters every different power
but
on
like
paper.
the problem is like
But will he be able
Blackbeard
to
doesn't
hit him
have
is the
like
question.
good enough hockey, you know? Like
But
in
he
comparison to
has
other
good
guys.
endurance. He has good endurance. Like he can take a shit ton of damage.
Also, Emu's
Like he was
aimbot, it
having
doesn't
a
matter
problem with
really.
Law. Like if you just think about that, like
Well,
him
Law is
just even
nasty,
bro. Law's
struggling
Law,
with
dude.
Law, bro.
Law is nasty.
Like Law's
Yeah,
Law.
but like dog, it's Blackbeard. Come on, you shouldn't be like
they operate
tripping about
differently.
it.
It's like
Bro,
like Law's powers are respected by every emperor, and Law is someone that is also based on speed and internal damage and so on. But still, BB has the Quake power and he has the Darkness power that counters all abilities. If Emu's a power user like them, then Emu's powers would get countered in like a similar way. Like the things that he's doing wouldn't work the same way against someone like Blackbeard, just all wholesale. So and
It's
yeah,
a
like what
matchup thing.
and then what Scales do? He does take a lot of damage in of itself. Like so he'll take attacks, so he can just keep on taking more punishment.
Yeah, endurance.
Just because that's how he's built. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Now with Emu, I definitely think that Kaido and Big Mom would probably do the best because they have the highest durability. They probably can take the most punishment. Like, but I still don't think that they win. That's the thing. At least not one on one. Like if you have two emperors against Emu, then yeah, it's up for Emu.
No, I don't even believe any of the Yonko are winning.
No, not one on one. Not one on one. I'm convinced now.
2-on-1? I mean, even
2-on-1, yeah. 2-on-1.
I mean,
it's a wrap.
He has a reality marble on his back, Unlimited Blade Works, and we've only seen 2.
We've seen like
it's not
9.
He has a
What,
GTA 5
3 or
weapon
4
inventory.
weapons now from
Relax.
Already.
He's not Gilgamesh. Relax.
We don't know. We've only seen 2.
No,
Yeah,
wait, hold on.
we've seen 2 weapons.
And
He
the
could have
book
more.
and
Okay,
the gun.
okay, but he's used like 9 blades though, or like 4 blades. He's used
Yeah,
I think
he's used
like
Nemesis,
4,
he's
yeah.
used Graham, he's used Stigma, he's used
and now it's
Void, which is actually wait, hold on, there's
Void.
another one. No, wait, is there another one? Oh my god, there's another one.
No, I think it's just
Wait,
these.
what about the shotgun and the dagger that he busted out earlier in the Gunko?
That from the
Yeah,
book?
he could change.
You
He
can
can
count
change
those,
classes. He turns into a mage and then a gunslinger.
I would like to make a
The
correction.
book.
Oh, what's the
What's up,
correction?
Eric?
He's used one sword made of steel. The rest are omen blades.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if the other ones are going to be like. I don't know if he has more swords. Like the theory that okay, like he has what is it? He has 20 swords to match the 20
19.
kingdoms of ancient time. I don't know if he has 20 actual steel swords, or if the other swords are modeled after them, and he only has, let's say, a few weapons that are actually steel or physical, like the gun, the dagger, the the sword, and the glaive. Maybe.
Is this good to do with the argument of whether or not he's a swordsman or not?
No, it's
No?
Okay.
We haven't even
Just
talked about that
how
shit.
many
No.
swords-
blades
No.
slash weapons.
Yeah, so I think the idea was that okay, maybe he's actually trying maybe harder against Luffy because he took out this sword of Wailing Void instead of using his glaive that he's using that he's been using most of the fight, or maybe his glaive is what
he used the blade because it's more suited against Luffy. I think because he probably tried.
So was the glaive.
Environmental effect. Also because of the
yeah,
environmental
but there's
the
something
glaive
that
cuts.
Like,
yeah,
Oh,
but
what?
like there's something that he knows that like the blade does that counteracts what Luffy's potentially gonna do.
Oh, then the life, like my guess is that the blade probably steals life force because like it stole the life or it destroyed the life of the tree branches around him.
Will to the forest.
Yeah, right, yeah. So maybe that's what it can do. So maybe Luffy's taking more damage than we think because it's actually hitting his life force. But I mean, again, like that's actually if it hit him or not. Like I don't know if it's actually a clone or if it's some sort of a. What's up?
Go ahead.
Like, why are we buying this?
What do you mean? Of course we're buying this.
I'm not buying it.
This is bait.
The whole thing is bait?
I know it's bait. I've been saying this could be a red herring. Yeah.
Listen, this is very convincing bait. All right, like this was before. It's like this may not be real, but at the same time, it's like it's hard. Like because I can imagine a scenario where the Straw Hats they do lose on Elbaf, which then sets up for the next arc to be the Great War.
So just think about what's gonna happen, right? If Luffy's defeated right now, Aimu is 3 centimeters away from the rest of the crew. And they're all gonna die.
No.
So who will save them?
No, they won't die. What he'll probably do, no. Like the saving grace is the timer. It's like the timer is the saving grace. So it's like, okay, like I can't be for too long. I'm gonna grab Shuri. I'm gonna fly back over to Killingham and Summers, grab these kids, we're gonna maintain the mission, and that's it. And then so like I can see a scenario where if this is the case where they do lose, like in Water 7, like in Shimoda Archipelago, then we set up the next arc with more onus in terms of we have to save the kids, and also we have and then also that's where you get Sabo and Vivi have the meet with Luffy about the D-Clan stuff. That's when you have Dragon's plans come to fruition fully. That's when you have the Grand Fleet come in there, and you have all these things factor in for the final war per se. But hey,
I just want to remind you 2 statements Oda's made recently.
Talk to me.
One with the popularity poll where Zoro was ahead of.
Yo, where did he say that? Yeah, Skeleton. Where did he say that? Because Skeleton's the same shit, and I can't find it. Like, where did he say that?
And 2, he said the end of Elbash will be extremely flashy. So.
Yeah, this doesn't seem
okay, hold on, Eric. When did he actually say this? Because like, is that a real statement by Oda? Like, he actually said that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Was it in that letter he posted?
It would be.
Try and find
it would be at the end of. You know how they do the end, all the Makoka write something at the end of the volume, or the end of the It'd be somewhere in there.
Oh, so it was like a chapter comment,
something like that. Yeah.
All right, can someone on Patreon? Can someone on Discord please find this to me put in the garden? Because if it's the case, then fair enough. Because I would love to see Luffy actually to come back. Because like my hope is that either he can tank this shit, or it's like let's say for example he learned from Kizaru, and then he actually made a clone. So he made a Toon Force clone, and then he's actually taking the clone the entire time. And then Luffy's like sitting in the corner, picking his nose, like, "Yo, what are you doing, bro? That was a clone." That'd be some badass shit. If he was like, in the corner, like picking on his nose, like, "Yo, what the fuck was that, bro?"
Yeah,
like, hello, that was a clone.
Hey, yo, Cole, someone put in the chat, Kuma.
Kuma? Why?
Yeah.
I don't think Kuma would be able to do enough though to Imu.
What about teleport him?
To Soul. Yeah, but I mean, at that point, then Elbaf is just fallen. If Kuma has to teleport all the Straw Hats away.
Honestly, at this point, I think the whole thing with Killingham, Summers, and Shuri has to matter.
Yeah, honestly. And Zoro and Sanji have their fight set up. I
agree. They do. Yeah, like that's where it's like, okay, so I mean, like maybe they end their fights very, very quickly. That does enough damage to Imu, but I don't. Yeah, but it's like because like if Luffy's actually down now, like that's the thing. It's like you could be right. It could all be fucking bait. It really could be.
A ruse.
It could be a ruse, it's just Oda's way of saying, hey, pay attention because guess the fuck what, dude. Luffy's actually gonna be doing some crazy shit. He's gonna have the Looney Tunes theme going on in the background. Like actually, I was a clone, nigga.
Do we not see Whitebeard walk around with a hole in his chest and half his face missing also?
We did, yeah,
Did
we
not
did.
see that.
And Luffy has better endurance than Whitebeard, I would argue.
The thing is
Also-
though, like
Also,
Eric,
can't
like
Vegapunk make
like the
artificial
sword,
organs?
like Oda put emphasis on the sword. Like,
That's
I
the
don't think
thing,
it
yeah.
was
Like the
just,
sword is
a
unique. It's
normal
not.
stab.
That's what I'm saying. It's so dramatic. It's like cartoonishly dramatic that like Oda's suggesting that like Luffy is dead. I can't buy it.
Exactly.
No.
I don't see
He's
Luffy
not
being
dead.
no.
But the question is he defeated? Like, is he?
Yeah.
Like, is this?
Yeah.
Like, is the arc
Dude.
over? Like,
And
I
you
think
know-
it's unlikely, but at the same time,
And
the stab is so convincing. I'm like, fuck, I don't even know anymore,
it's a
bro.
classic.
Also-
It's a classic Oda move. It's also
Yeah.
a break week. What are we
Yes,
going to be talking
yeah.
about for 2 weeks?
That's why I said,
Absolutely.
like, yeah, like this could be a break week, get people riled up, and it could all be a fake out for sure. But at the same time, I don't blame folks being faked out because this is a pretty convincing, like move, and also I can see Oda doing a play from here to set up the final war. So
Also, Cole, just so you know, Blazerix actually posted
Where
Oda's
is it?
message on the garden.
okay.
Just posted it. Yeah.
I asked for it, you delivered, sir. Thank you, appreciate it. Okay, so you're saying that oh my god, Eric, where is it, dude? I want to read all this. Where is this?
What?
Where is this?
No.
Hold on. Okay, where's your statement about hyping up Luffy here?
Let me check.
What paragraph? Help me.
It was the New Year's message.
What's good, yo?
Third from last, I think.
Also,
What's
third
up?
from, okay, third from last.
Yeah, third from last.
Okay, now then, since it's Jump Festa, let's talk about the original Jump manga. After a long flashback, more like a deep dive into history, we return to the present day. And just when your perspective of Elbaf has started to shift, boom, it ends with a big flashy finish, and from here on out, things get really intense.
He's asking for the Zoro one, by the way.
Well, no, I'm asking for the one where it says that he wants to give Luffy some sauce, or he's going to.
Was because of the popularity thing that Luffy.
Yeah, no, where is that? I want that. I want that.
I'm not sure if it's here or if it was another message.
I think it's another one.
Yeah, it's probably another one.
Hey, Clive, what's up? How you doing?
I'm definitely sure that Oda did say that.
Because like I'm cool with that for sure if it's actually a major fake out like that. I really am. But I like Scale and you said the same thing where like Oda said because of popular poison he's gonna go crazy with Luffy. But it's like
apparently
where?
SBS 114.
Let's go 114.
Yeah, because this message is from before season 2 of the live act.
So it was the second to last SBS because
Yeah.
the latest one was what, like 115.
Well, you guys think that this stab on Luffy is a fake out?
Yeah,
It better be. It better.
that's
be.
that's the thought
Maybe
process
not.
right now.
Wait,
The
fake out.
The thing
fake
is
out
that
in
would
in
mean
what
the
sense?
Emu has no
Like
observation
you
haki,
know
he
how
doesn't
you know how
realize
like
fake Luffy.
Katakuri stabbed Luffy in like the side of his like torso, and then
Yeah,
Oda
just
took a
it's
break.
and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it like could be like the same thing.
It
Or
was a
Luffy.
comment. It was a comment on the midterm results of the popularity poll.
It was okay, but in the SBSs because I don't see it. What the
Yes, SBS 114. Just go to like Archer's. Archer
You know what?
should
True.
have all of that.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Or
The thing
just
is-
check Reddit. Yeah.
I can
Go ahead.
see it being a fake out, but the way that Emu was putting belt to ass on Luffy this chapter was like, I don't know. It was like Emu was moving different the entire chapter, and then the way you put
Very
out
no
that sword,
nonsense.
the
Yeah.
entire like forest decaying and shit. Like, I don't know. I don't. Here's what I'm like kind of theorizing at the moment. I feel like Luffy has to die to like unlock his abilities now. Like that's why he unlocked Gear 5, and because of what Emu's doing now, I don't know if like this will kill him or anything like that, or like put him in critical condition. But I don't know. Maybe this might be how he unlocks more of his Gear 5 abilities, like being pushed to
So
like
people,
that brink.
Well, I mean, but the thing about it is like in this arc, there was a clear onus on improving his hockey. In the last arc,
Yeah.
we had the Joy Boy Ultimate Hockey that even brought Emu to his knees, and then we even had the bond in this arc, he told Luffy be mindful about how he conquers Haki. So there was a clear focus on Haki. So maybe he goes through a Haki bloom actually to try and counter out this.
So he gets a Senkai boost.
Yeah, it'll be some because I mean his Haki did bloom as well too once he entered Gear 5. Like I think it was more apparent in the anime, like the OD Haki that was like going on. I think he split the sky solo as well too. But
yeah, I know that show's crazy.
I think but I think that like kind of all goes hand in hand. Because dude, I was not expecting this like. I was expecting.
Yeah, like Eric, like you understand, Eric. It's like I'm of course of the mind that this is all like this will be a fake out, but this is a damn good fake out. Like you just can't deny it. This is a fucking damn good fake out.
Oda's a masturbator, you know that.
I mean, a masturbator.
What?
Yeah.
What? Luffy, it's also like.
Hey yo.
It's also like Luffy didn't do anything. Also, like, and he was just like running around, and then like. The panel was so vague at the end. It's so weird.
He was on some clown shit the entire like fight so far.
Yeah, like him trolling Emu, like, going Luffy... to a Majin himself, but like it was a demon and it was a genie, and then him doing the. It's like when you look at let's say like if you review the fight between Loki and Emu, it's like this shit's way more intense. It's like Loki and him making gaps. You have massive explosions throughout the entire field. They're matching attacks. Like you have fucking Emu coughing and huffing, like Nidhogg, like all this shit. Like, and then Luffy and him have a toon battle, and it's like, oh, just get stabbed, dude.
If I was like, what? If Oda wants to go like a raw route, like Luffy's him, he would just like have Luffy take the damage, and then Luffy just like delivers a crazy blow next week. Like. If Oda wants to do that, he could.
You remember?
He could take the raw route. He could take the toon route. Either where it's actually like all clone, or let's say he shifts his organs around, that kind of shit. It could be more of like
let's be serious. If Luffy gets one shot here, like there's kind of big problems with the story.
I don't think he's done. I don't think it's like a one shot, but like he definitely got cooked just now. Like
wait, why is that a problem if he does get one shot? Like what's the problem with that?
With how strong Luffy is now?
No, because then like the whole 800 years doesn't make any sense because Armor just should have taken everything. It's like stupid.
I mean,
but like, what
I
if
guess
like,
you argue like thematically
that good? Like he's actually just that good. Like he
also has limitations. Like he can't be out of the Holy Land for too long.
No. But
it took him about 3 minutes to deal with Luffy, so like it wouldn't take him that long to deal with the other Yonko.
And then also like thematically, like that's kind of weird because and also too because he's trying to conquer the new world, but he's failed so many times apparently. And then also thematically, it's like the arc was shifting towards the idea about like what is like the true nature of the sun god, and you would think that they would target that or like Oda would address that in some way, but it feels like like if he's just done, then what about the themes about the sun god and what does it mean to be a true deity? Because even Emu asked that to Loki, or vice versa. It was like about godhood, so that kind of stuff. And
difference between a god and a devil or something like that.
Hey, do we need a Gear 6?
People want.
Fuck no.
I don't think so.
I've seen King. I've seen this trend.
Oh, do you know how many people would get mad at that, dude?
I've seen.
I mean,
I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear Luffy say.
Soon after Gear 5,
this is not my peakest peak. Like,
well,
get
he's
out
gonna
of here,
get.
bro.
He's gonna get the Eternal Flame mode at some point.
That's okay. Yeah, okay. Yo, hear me out, because I have a video that I'm probably gonna do at some point soon. But hear me out. Do you remember in the last chapter, or like recently, when Killingham got his Omen ring, but it actually went into his scarf for some fucking reason?
It was the last chapter, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could it be the case where it's actually done? Can you do it in the reverse way too? Like, is Hagamo's scarf just like level 1 of like, let's say, deityhood, and then the ring is actually a higher level of power for deityhood per se? So it's like, because Emu has a ring, but then also so does Zaza. She has a ring too. So is it possible, let's say, even Luffy, like, could Luffy have a ring as well?
Well,
I was thinking his next step is definitely the ring.
Yeah, what's up? Wait, one at a time.
I think about it like
Luffy
this.
needs the Zamasu ring.
Well, what the fuck did I just say?
Armor basically has the evil version of Luffy's fruit. It's just like a next level above his. Because, like, think about it. Luffy can summon stuff with his hair. Armor can summon stuff with his ring. Like, all his things become sentient at some point. Luffy's drums should be able to do that when he's like.
So Luffy can also make his little homies too, like his own like okay.
This is little Nika troll homies. At
Yeah.
some point, they're gonna talk to each other. What I was
Okay.
thinking though is
Yeah, talk to me.
one thing that I've like been kind of thinking about, especially with Luffy's powers, is that comment that Oda had made about it was like the goggles, right? Like it's like a entrance into like Nika's fantasy or whatever the
Yes.
hell it was.
Window to another
So
dimension. Yes.
Yes.
So I think that's what he's gonna have to like begin to access, and like I think that's why I'm like I think that okay, like I'm like okay, it could be a fake out, this whole sword stab thing, but if it's not, and Luffy has to like take critical damage or die or whatever, because dude, that sword is not regular, obviously. Like we seen what it was doing like to the forest, so I think and I think even put it out for a reason. I don't think it's gonna be like oh, I just shrugged this off if he did really get like stabbed just now.
Yeah.
So this might push him into that like
And people,
So here's
upgrade
the
of power.
people are saying, "Oh, Armo didn't try and shit." He's clearly irate that like Luffy is like mimicking Joy Boy. He's very upset. Like I don't know why people are saying like he didn't try.
So then, okay, so then Eric, so then are you? Because this is where I was kind of like debating this too for a minute. Are you of the idea that Luffy and Loki are still like is Imu trying harder against Luffy than he is Loki?
I think Amu's upset.
You think he's trying harder?
I think Amu's upset with Luffy. I don't know if that makes him try more, but he has more evil intent for Luffy because of the Mako
Joy Boy. Because like when he was fighting against Loki, you can see he's very amped. He's actually excited. It's like, oh my god! And he calls the Nidhogg a traitor, but he's like, so thou art back. Ooh, Nidhogger. Like he's very amped. But then against Luffy, it's like, yo, what the fuck, bro? It's like,
also maybe
fuck Joy Boy.
Maybe it's because like he had like with Loki, he had more of Loki had more of like a inline image in his head of what
Nidhogg should be.
Yeah, what Nidhogg should be, but like Luffy's not matching up to what Joy Boy should be. So that's what he's
I think
that goes to the
I think he
theme,
more
though.
so like respects Loki over like how he's like approaching things with Luffy, because one, he's more antagonistic towards Joy Boy, at least like his nature. But then it's also like we see at the beginning of the chapter, it seems, and like we've seen like these past chapters as well too, him and Joy Boy had like a very unique relationship. They were probably friends at a point too. And he's like constantly like been doing these like daydreams about Joy Boy and flashbacks, so like it just gets him like extra tilted. And now he's seeing somebody that's the little memes like, oh, we got a Joy Boy cosplayer out here. That's probably how he's feeling to some degree. Like, yo, this guy's supposed to be Joy Boy, but he's not even matching up to the tier that I know that Joy Boy is on.
And that goes to the theme, right? Because every time Luffy's asked who he is in Gear 5, he says, "I'm Luffy," right? And then why would Oda prove Luffy wrong by saying, no, you have to become Joy Boy to be Aimu? Luffy should respond to this by saying, I told you I'm not Joy Boy, I'm Luffy. Like, that's what he has to do. Because that's the thing Oda's been pushing this whole time. Oda's saying he's not Joy Boy. He's Luffy.
There's like a chance where like there's a chance like where like Oda's going like the same route with like how he's handling Sanji, and like Sanji's like trying to review himself. Like he has like some sort of like doubt. No, I'm not saying like Luffy has doubt in himself. I'm saying like there's like similarities where like in order like Sanji has to be more he has to be more accepting of who he is, despite like him hating his family and like him hating the name of Vinsmoke. Like he just has to accept him being a Vinsmoke, but also differentiating himself as Sanji and who he is.
I'd say they're different though, because they're
for
kind
Luffy.
Of
it could be with the fruit though, because he still doesn't know.
I'm thinking more like with the fruit.
It's kind of the opposite.
That he's like the sun god.
It's the opposite. Hold on. How's it the opposite?
Okay. Because Sanji has to become himself, right? He doesn't have to become a different person. Luffy, you're saying Luffy has to become a different person.
Well, it's
not necessarily
a part of Luffy. He has to figure out what that part is, what that fruit actually is in and of itself.
Yeah, he could still be Luffy. It's just that he has to understand,
it's
like,
the Nika
dude,
fruit. It's not the Joy Boy fruit, right?
Yeah. So he has to find that out, and
he has to become Nika. in a way.
It's
Well,
the thing. It's
no.
the
I don't know about that because I feel like to me with Luffy, it's more like he has to because every power person has to use the power differently. You could argue, right? It's like Luffy's way of doing the power on paper should be how different than Joy Boy's way. Like even though they both have the power, how they
Should
utilize
definitely
it,
be
actualize
different.
it should be different. You know, at least that's what I think. So I get the feeling that okay, like the way like Emu expects a certain degree of level in terms of of course Joy Boy, and maybe that's not necessarily the power thing. Maybe it's because of the hockey per se. Because we saw what Joy Boy's hockey was about, and Luffy's not even close to that yet.
It's also,
But also be the behavior.
People also got to take into account that like Armor has a massive advantage because he's seen the fruit. Luffy hasn't seen Armor do anything. So like there's also that. Also like you gotta remember one of the major themes of One Piece is individual will. You can't be now throwing in that like Luffy has to. Like you're never gonna see like an avatar state of Luffy talking to Joy Boy.
Yeah. No, bro, that's why because folks are saying in my chat too that okay, maybe you have something where the fruit talks to Luffy on some like Kurama shit from Naruto. I was like, there's no fucking way we're doing that, dude.
Want that.
Like that's not happening. Like what?
Oda's rejected that idea like 3 times.
Thank God.
Every time he's asked, "Are you Joy Boy?" He says, "No, I'm not."
It won't be like that, but I do think so. The thing is, like with the whole Joy Boy thing, it's been shown multiple times through like different characters, and then like primarily through Emu. There are like a very similar traits between the guy Joy Boy and Luffy. Like they're probably like of the same nature. People have even theories that like I'm not really a fan of them, but like people have theories that like Luffy is Joy Boy that like sent himself further in time or whatever the hell. Yeah.
No, he's
so,
not Toki.
No.
Yeah, so anyways, with that, I'm not really on that train, but there definitely are similarities between their personalities and like how
that
they
could
act.
just be because of the fruit, though.
So yeah, I'm
that change in personality.
I was getting to that. The thing is like I do think that Luffy has to accept the fruit itself. Like he has to like understand that, because he's still saying gum gum, which may not ever change, but it's like Luffy has to kind of understand that like this fruit isn't the gum gum fruit, it's the Nika fruit. It has different properties. It operates on a different tier than what he initially thought it was. And he's getting, more of that idea now that he's unlocked Gear 5. Especially like pulling out like random Majin form. I know he was trolling Emu with it, but it's like, bro, the fact he could even do that is like crazy as hell.
That is crazy as fuck.
So I think he has to truly like understand where he's like what his fruit is and like what it can actually like do to truly make any progress going forward.
I kind of get what you guys are saying because Oda tries to play this line where it's like, there's a lineage to these fruits or whatever, but also each individual has their own haki, and it's about how each individual uses their fruit in different ways and shit. So he's trying to like play both sides.
Is unique, absolutely.
Yeah, he's gonna definitely use it differently than Joy Boy, but it's like the fact that there's like a different tier of power, because like even with how Ibu was using his abilities this chapter, like that initial punch he landed on Luffy, like that was in a way that he like linked the Omen homies up or whatever to punch him. It was like kind of like a stretch punch, just like how Luffy would like stretch. They have like very similar abilities, like in that same tier, but it's like different levels of mastery at this point in time.
Yeah.
So I think that like Luffy has to kind of accept what he's got going on to like reach that kind of tier.
There's a lot of tension merchants around being like all they want is like tension in the story, but like they don't
like edgelords.
Well, they're like there's no tension. Luffy always wins, which is like hilarious because he's probably the
bro. I don't know. Yeah, people are insane when they say that shit. It's like it was literally 2 arcs ago where Kaido punted his ass off the rooftop, speed blitzed him with one attack and annihilated him, and the guy lost again when CP0 pulled up. So it's like he lost 3 times in 1 arc.
No, he lost to Kaido like 4 or 5 times.
Didn't he lose
sure.
5 times in total?
Yeah, 4 or 5
at the
times.
start, like twice.
Those guys are tripping, bro.
It's a whole thing where they're like they hate Gear 5 because shit's not edgy, and then
there's a few of those guys.
There's no tension because Luffy doesn't take anything seriously. But anyway,
there's
people are like, we need tension. So the tension merchants are like, oh, thank you, Oda. This chapter's goated. Luffy should be
at a certain point, he has to be handling enemies because he has to reach the ceiling of the verse.
I feel like these guys aren't like taking into account other story elements like theming and plot and story consistency and world consistency,
strength progression. Like you can't
they
always
all
be stuck
you
in
can't just be like
time skip.
because if you're just a tension guy, then you get like Dragon Ball Z shit at like the end of the verse, like Luffy's blowing up solar systems.
Yeah, that
The
would.
thing is
that
though,
would
like
be
the
true.
tension stuff
Hey.
just only like appeared because like people
Saudi,
people have
appreciate,
seen,
bro.
like,
Hey,
you,
on
like, people have
YouTube,
been like, you know,
Saeed,
not like
Dabdu, much
before
love,
this
bro.
chapter
Thank
came
you.
out, like,
Yeah,
people didn't
I was just
think
okay.
that
I was searching for a while. Thank
Luffy
you.
would, like, you know, wouldn't just like, you know,
It's
pressure
also just
Emu.
it's also just like way overreaction stuff every week to week. Because like last week I was trash, this week I was goaded. Then like what's gonna happen the week after when Luffy like hits back?
I mean,
trash.
It's hard to say because it swings too much. Now, I did want to ask you guys a question. We haven't seen Luffy yet do like the whole spear and like shield that like the depictions of Nika.
That's Zoro. That's Zoro and Sanji for him.
No,
Yeah.
but I wanted to ask you guys something. What if at some point during this fight, Luffy literally takes Emu's blade or like one of Emu's weapons and he turns that into the spear, and then the straw hat becomes his shield.
What?
And so we see that.
I think anything's really possible with the Gear 5.
With Gear 5, yeah, after the
I think
baseball.
he'll do like an homage pose to like one of those.
Okay, maybe. Maybe.
You know how he does like Oda likes those poses in various attacks. He's not gonna like pull it out permanently, but he might do it.
Yeah, and plus, like, Luffy can actually use them, but I mean, maybe let's say, because, okay, like, honestly, in paper, if Luffy can just make himself into a genie and just make a baseball bat or make a baseball hat and so on, maybe he just make a sword and make a shield if he wanted to. Like, fuck it, here we go, boom.
You know,
I mean, like, it's possible.
You know what video I think you should make? You should make the I don't know what the title would be, but like Oda removes powers from characters for the plot, something like that. Because like people are confused as to what happened on Egghead. They think like Luffy like got overpowered by Walkery.
Oh, you're talking about like when Oda likes to nerf characters?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we think that requires a video?
Because
Paul has talked about this before.
Because I have, but I mean, I guess folks forget.
People are so confused. Like, bro, what do you think would have happened if Luffy even put Arm and Haki on fucking Dawn Symbol? What do you think would have happened to Kizaru and Saturn?
Right.
Would have been
that is true.
Would have been dead. If he used ACOG, it would have been over.
Yeah.
So like, people think Luffy's weak just because of Egghead.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't think people realize that Egghead wasn't real about beating them. It was more so stalling them so the others could get away.
But because Luffy couldn't even defeat Walkery, and Walkery.
That's dumb as fuck,
he
dude.
did damage.
That's dumb as fuck. That's just dumb. But I mean, like, it is true that Oda is very inconsistent with his powers, or he doesn't, like, for example, it's like, you know, whenever they've Haki, particularly the, you know, CC in the future, that's a very consistent as fuck. Now, someone to say, or I think it was Scale said before that maybe he's doing that now. He's able to see the future now, and so what's going on could be a future vision of himself getting stabbed by Emu. But yeah, so like, by the way, like, you are right. I did find the question, the comment. It's actually question 1. Yeah, so like, it says like Luffy doesn't appear at all in this volume, but he will go wild in the next one. See you in the next volume. So it's like, that is okay.
I told you.
Yeah, so you're right. So he does say that, whereas he's gonna go wild the next volume. So this,
what volume was it he said that?
In the last one, when we were in the flashback, the God Valley / Elbaf flashback.
Yeah, so that would be like introducing Emu, having all these fights, yeah.
I mean, I don't know if his version of going wild was just, you know, fucking up Summers and what was it? What did he do on the on Shadow Emu? I forgot what he did on Shadow Emu. But there's no way there's nothing really. So
I would think
he put some holes in him.
Emu that he
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. Go ahead.
It's funny because we've seen Loki like get stabbed how many times this arc, and he's still like walking around, and then like
at least twice.
Luffy gets stabbed.
No, thrice actually. Once by Shamrock, once by
Crocodile, Katakuri.
You're saying Luffy, or are you saying Loki?
No, I'm saying Loki got stabbed by how many swords were in his body from Shamrock? Like
he
three?
got
From
stabbed
Shamrock a
three.
bunch, and then Gunko
Uh,
kicked him a
and
shit
then-
ton as well. Like,
Three-
And then Aimu
three-
stabbed him twice.
Gunko
And
was
it
using
sh-
him like a bag, a
Yeah,
punching bag.
Shorty also stabbed him with her arrows. So it's like, yeah, he got punctured multiple times during this arc.
Remember when Luffy punched Aimu last chapter and Loki was shocked by Luffy's
yeah.
power?
Yeah, he was literally doing the pog face. Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
it's
he
more
said
so
he
might
said
have
it
been
was a good
shocked that
shot.
Emu didn't like dodge it or try to block it. That could also be because everything that Loki had been doing was getting blocked.
King,
and
you know what
dodged.
also
Yeah,
drives
but-
me nuts? You know
what?
what drives me crazy? People keep saying, and even like content creators keep saying, 6 Yonko couldn't do anything to Aimu. And I'm like,
No, it's
Six
the
Yonko
reverse.
is a bit far.
Yeah,
I-
no, it's the
That-
reverse.
that-
No,
It's
that's
the reverse.
overkill. That's massive overkill.
I mean,
that
I don't know. I mean, I don't know
I
who's
don't-
saying
I-
6 Yonko can do anything. I mean,
I don't think
again,
they're serious.
Aimu,
To be honest,
Aimu. If
I
Aimu was as powerful, I'd say whereas the Aimu would again he would already
Yeah,
went to
because
New World and conquered it, but
I'm
he just
talking
couldn't.
I'm talking about the God Valley scene where he's a ghost and people don't realize that he's intangible in that form.
Yeah,
He can't
yeah.
do
If
anything to
if
him.
Emo himself was at God Valley, people would be able to damage him, like
Yeah,
without
like the-
question.
The fact that Emu could phase or like disappear from the like ice that Loki made proves to you that he's actually like some sort of spectral ghost. That he's not like being
Yeah,
like
it's
bogged
a
down by
projection.
the ice.
It's a
Yeah,
force production. He's not
Yeah, he's
actually
he's ethereal, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
all
like,
you can
it's,
really do in that form is just don't reverse it. You can't really do anything else.
yeah. Real quick,
Yeah.
Kyle, much over $20. Do you think Oda is setting up an Avatar State moment with Emu
my God.
saying Joy Boy wasn't weak and Luffy nearly died? Could Joy Boy / Nika's essence briefly awaken, proving to Emu he really is
Double
Joy Boy? Time limit time limit up and then leave.
I wouldn't like that because it completely goes against all the themes of the story. So no, I would not enjoy
Yeah, because remember, it's like every time, like when Kaido asked Luffy who he was in Gear 5, he said, I'm fucking, who are you? He says, I'm Luffy. Emu's like, yo, or like in the last chapter, like Luffy says, yo, don't call me under the name. I'm fucking Luffy, dude. Like him, Joy Boy awakens and he talks to like Emu, like that to me does, that does counter a lot of what like Oda's trying to tell you.
Yeah,
Like think about it. It's like
counterproductive. Absolutely.
but it's not just the power of it. It's like it's even the themes of the story. It's like, what did Luffy tell Sanji at the end of the Hokage? It's like, well, you are you, and it's okay being you. You're you.
That's
Part
what
of
that's
what,
he has to accept to unlock Conqueror Saki. He has to
yeah,
accept
pretty much,
himself,
yeah,
right?
right. Like he accepts who he is, and also really accept, so like, and also he has to stop being afraid of, because he was afraid in Wild Country about transforming into that version of his siblings. He was like, that was that wall, that was that dam. That
like
fear
killing
of being
machine.
being like his siblings. But at the same time, that is him at the end of the damn day, At the same time, though, you have what's going on right now with the Emu and Luffy. He says like, don't call me any other name. So having Joy Boy like on some shit like with Naruto with like Ashura or some shit, or like on
Or
some
Avatar.
like on some Ichigo shit where like he has an inner hollow. Like no, like that's not how Oda really rolls. No.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
was
then we
thinking
have.
about the-
Go
oh,
ahead.
go ahead. You said you're doing donations or what?
Yeah. I'm just reading a few of them real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
And then we have African Sounds. Much of a fan is this. He says this is the best time for Emu to get Yuha Bach pulled back to the Mary Jo's pub. We don't need Gear 6 right now. So basically,
We don't
Right,
need
it
Gear
just-
6 ever.
It just doesn't
We're
make
not
sense
getting
for the-
Gear 6.
It just doesn't make sense for the plot for Aimu to leave because Zoro and Sanji is still set up their fights.
Yeah.
It'd be so
Oh, so-
yeah, unless
Because,
they
like,
lose too,
if
though.
the
But
owners
unless
get
they
rid of
lose
it,
too, that's the
That's
question. Like,
exactly
could
what
they
I was
lose
gonna
too?
bring up. That's exactly what I was gonna bring
But
up,
then,
bro.
then the
Like,
kids get
what if the
stolen.
whole
Like,
Exactly.
exactly? What if the whole point of this is that
What
we're
if
just
the
gonna
kids do
lose,
get
bro?
stolen though?
Zoro is gonna lose against Super Simers. Fucking Sanji. Again, the whole Sanji's. I wasn't here last, but the whole Sanji Conquerors hockey thing is very interesting because it's like basically with where he's at. It's kind of pre-time skip Luffy level at this point in time. With he has the traits. He just doesn't know how to control it. And for him to go from that level to using advanced Conquerors hockey in this fight, I feel like it's like an extreme jump that we haven't seen in this series just yet.
Yeah.
So like I feel like there's gonna be time that we need to like at least like get our bearings and figure out how we're gonna step up from here. So it's possible
jump.
Just with the
yes. So it's very possible that we lose right now.
Just with the Saki Conqueror Saki thing, which I find funny, is like every mangaka is basically like, shut the fuck up, stop being a pussy, and get over your mental demons and become a king. It's like every mangaka doesn't give a fuck. They're always like, shut up.
Forget your internal strife, bro. Yeah. Just lock in.
lock into it, bro. Or farm. Yeah. But no, yeah. but yeah, but with Sanji, it's always been more complex with him. It's like it's not Zoro is the guy that'll do that for the most part, and that's why like Odin says, yeah, like you need a character like Zoro, just lock in and just or farm. But with Sanji, it's more realistic. But for him, it's like it's like he has these burdens, he has this mutation, he's afraid of turning into what he doesn't want to be. He has a code to live by that Zeff taught him. At the same time, he wants to be himself, but he's afraid that he's going to So like there are these layers to Sanji as a character that Oda really takes his time with, which I appreciate, honestly. Like I mean, he's great.
What's the answer to all those mental demons, King?
Which one, Sanji's?
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up or farm. Yeah, or you truly embody what your captain was talking about. Being yourself. Like I mean, like this. I think it always harkens back to what Luffy said in All Around Park. He's like, listen, I can't fucking snipe, I can't lie, I can't cook, I can't use a sword, I can't navigate, I can't do any of this shit. All I know is I can kick your ass. Like I know who I am and I know what I can do. So fuck you. Like Luffy in All Around Park, he knew exactly what he was as a person, and he. I mean, obviously, a lot of times in stories, they teach you that in order to really achieve what you want in life, you have to change. But a lot of times in One Piece, it's actually the reverse, where it's like Luffy's childlike for a reason, and that's a good thing because it allows him to really focus on his dreams and not be burdened by like the way of the world. If you would, if you would.
His specialty.
Do you remember people complaining about Luffy talking to Tama about Ace, and he just said he's dead and nothing else?
Yeah.
Like I felt that was like a great scene because that embodies what Oda's talking about. You can't be burdened by grief.
In a way, yeah. I mean, because like, what is it too? It's like, and then also it kind of like the idea was like, that was Ace's journey. Like Ace's journey, isn't my journey. So even though I loved Ace, at the same time, that was his way of life.
Yeah, it's the acceptance of reality, right? It's like
exactly.
It was a display of like Luffy, a bit of maturity for Luffy.
People were like, oh, but like, why isn't he still burdened by his grief? I'm like, come on, man. Did we not see
he still is, but it's internalized now.
Well, he's not, because that would be completely against the Conqueror's argument.
No, I'm saying he still misses Ace, but he has accepted the fact that his brother has died. That's what I mean.
Of course he did, but like, but like the point is that it's like Jibe had to teach him, because like, hey, like you have to kind of like you have to remember the things that are important to you beyond Ace, and it's like, oh yeah, I have fucking friends, I have family, and that's what really got him going after that point in time. Though I will say, like, it's how do you say? It's like there's some in the chat too. It's like the idea that Ace that he would fight a Kainu for revenge against Ace. Like later on in the story.
Hate, but he shouldn't have hate in his heart, though.
Kind of, yeah, because it's like, like you have certain people like Whitebeard who was pulling up with energy for revenge against, for capturing Ace and so long Ace is still alive. But at the same time, he didn't necessarily move. Like when Odin died, they didn't make a play on Wild Country, even though he could have.
Yeah, against Kaido. He didn't fight Kaido.
Yeah, or like, when what was it? I think when Thatch died. When Thatch died, he didn't necessarily want to make any plays against Blackbeard at that point in time, hunt him down.
He had a bad feeling.
Right. So like, there's always been something,
It is funny that Squad was correct that like Whitebeard's only moving because he's the son of Roger.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, because he was priming him to be also like the leader of his crew, like and like like the Pirate King. He was.
I also think it was because Whitebeard had a lot of regret for not doing anything about.
Do you remember did you read the Ace novel, King?
No.
Do you know what Ben Beckman said about Ace?
Something about like he was more like a revolutionary, I think.
No, like he basically said Ace ain't gonna do nothing because he's got daddy issues and he's a bum.
Oh yeah, is that what he said?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought I remember hearing a line where like Ace apparently was like more like a revolutionary than he was a pirate or something like that. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
that was a
more.
line.
He also said that along with what Eric said. Like, if I remember correctly, he said what Eric said first, and then he.
I have to read
said
it.
the revolutionary.
Yeah, because Ace is hot-headed just like Sabo is, and look at where Sabo is. Sabo's a rev. So it's
Yeah, Sabo is a rev for sure.
I don't think,
but like,
I don't think Sabo is hot-headed. He's more like bloodthirsty.
he absolutely.
I don't even know
is
about
hot-headed.
that.
He
No,
absolutely.
he
is
has his
hot-headed.
bloodthirsty moments.
Sabo's
Like,
bloodthirsty. I mean,
Yeah, kind of.
I think the whole thing, because like people want to talk about kingly disposition and shit and like all that nonsense, but I think the only requirement to have Conqueror's Haki is to have no doubt in yourself. Really, that's the only like requirement.
I don't know, because Katakuri always, you know, he didn't doubt himself. At the same time, he always hid his mouth and so on. So
yeah, that's what I was saying to Christian as well, because like people want to bring up that like before this that like there's a pattern of like this machismo man.
No, there's not. There's absolutely not.
Like Katakuri's right there. He hides
he's right there.
Insecurities.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
But
But I think that like
conviction. Yeah.
but like with him and Whitebeard, yeah, they were like their conviction for their families was undisputable.
You know what I'd like to see if when he turns up and has advanced Conqueror's Haki, he's not wearing the scarf anymore because he's like fully accepted who he is. That would be good writing, in my opinion.
I bet you're pretty good. I won't know that.
If it happens, because it's possible that Sabo is just a monster with armor and Haki, because that does seem to be like his specialty, kind of like it is with Zoro.
I mean,
but the thing about it though is I feel like you need to have other cats in there that in the rev that need Conqueror's Haki. Like because
they kind of have to since they're
it's over. It's over at this point. Every high tier character is gonna have it.
Listen, hey, like I theorized it, and I said in another video, like give Ivankov Conqueror's Haki. Fuck it, like the queen of the Okamas.
Like,
fuck it, like we ball.
Because contenders for
we need to have guys that can take care of the Holy Knights other than the main, like other than Zoro and Sanji.
Oh, yeah. Conqueror's Haki coded Death Wink, like hell no.
Yes.
Do you think Dragon has the Zaza for it? Because I'm seeing a lot of people saying.
No, I think he has Winlogia.
Now, you know a rev that should have had Conqueror's Haki, Kuma. Kuma should have definitely had Conqueror's Haki.
No. Kuma had like glaring insecurities. I mean, he didn't marry Guinea for a reason. Like Kuma was.
But he had conviction. He had conviction.
Kuma wasn't.
He had conviction, but it's not. He doesn't line up with the image of Conquerors, especially like what we're getting from like the whole Sanji situation now.
It's like Kuma. Yeah, it's like Kuma. I think a lot of his life he spent shunning what he really was. He didn't accept himself per se. Like he was afraid. Like that's why he didn't marry Guinea, because he was afraid of his Buccaneer lineage, and he didn't want. What's up?
I think seeing Nika might give seeing Nika might actually,
when he's alive, actually help him get Conqueror's Haki in the future.
Unlock his Conqueror's
Maybe.
Didn't Lilith say that she was going to restore Kuma?
I mean, Kuma's getting restored. I don't like it's obvious as long.
Yeah. And also, to mind you, like when Kuma came to get Bonnie, there was a line by Vegapunk where like, oh yeah, so the Buccaneers. It is true that in the past day, and then he cuts it off. So there's some sort of like Buccaneer trait that allows him to even operate even as a mindless, vegetative state. He's able to even still function. So he's gonna get something, obviously. But the issue is that, of course, you have Holy Knights that are immortal, and then if the Rev are gonna matter against them, then you need other guys than Dragon to have Conqueror's Haki. You need to have again Sabo, maybe Ivankov. Fuck it, we ball. And mind you, like Ivankov makes sense. Queen of the Okamas, bro. Like let her cook.
I also think this moment right here is perfect for Usopp as well, because like
talk to me.
We can get a kind of a similar to Rob Lucci thing where like Usopp taunts Aimu, and then Luffy has to like get up to protect.
Yes, dude. Yes.
No,
yes.
What I want to see is Imu pack up everybody and then go over to Usopp and slap his nose and then leave.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, bro.
No, we're not doing the Douglas Bullet play again.
The Emu blazing, bro.
What do you what do you think it is? Do you think it's unique to Luffy that like everyone just wants to see Luffy lose like at every moment? Like,
Okay, no. I think that because I see sometimes in my chat, I feel like there was a change in how people viewed Luffy after I think Gear 5. I think people were actually more keen on Luffy winning more when he looked, I think, aesthetically more appealing and more intense in Gear 4. I think people really want to see Luffy, like Luffy having, you know, how, like, was it like Luffy? He's having fun. He's doing the googly eyes. He's not a character that follows the modern trend of what it means to be like a true badass, you know? Like, look at guys like Sung Jinwoo, for example, in Soul Leveling, or look at guys like the main character Kagurabachi, or who's basically like fucking Zoro, essentially. Look at fucking like JJK, Itadori Yuji, or Sukuna, or Gojo, right? It's like you look at the other like major shonens out there that are popular nowadays. It's like more often, it's like you hear guys talk about them in the West a lot more. Let's say you would Tanjiro or Midoriya. Or like guys that are more emotionally gradient that have that seem to have more, like, they're more complex characters. They're not as badass, but they have depth to them in terms of their character growth and their insecurities, like their confidence at times, and also how they're portrayed in terms of, you know, like Midoriya can be wonky at times. He's not always a badass. Safer Tanjiro is very soft. Luffy's just goofy. He's goofy as fuck. That's undeniable, and people do not like that shit.
More
man.
like
they don't like it.
Goku.
Yeah,
he's like
but
in line with Goku.
No. But Goku is way more badass in terms of how he fights at most of the time than, let's say, you know, Luffy. Like Luffy is in his peak form. He is like continuously toony and cool. Like, think about it. It's like, look at the guys he fought against. Okay, as of late, since Gear 5. Kaido is aura maxing. Okay, he's a beast. He's a stud. Wadoro, he has goofy shit, but he also has like a lot of aura to him. Kizaru is all drip, like literally all drip. The guy, they love the admirals. He has a cool fit. He's a badass. He has the light powers. And then the admirals and then the elders are also like, you know, like demonic forms, pretty intense. And Imu is like actually unironically in the aura competition. Like Imu is an edgelord aura farmer, and they love that. Like the aura farming, they love that shit, and so they want guys. So like a lot of the trends nowadays tend towards your character has to be some sort of like aura farming badass for the most part, because that's a cooler representation of a character than a guy like Luffy who's more goofy and toony.
Yeah, it's just being tonally consistent in like.
Yes, the tone.
I feel like it's
being in specific serious like moments, because like Goku is goofy outside of fighting, but like when he locks in, he's serious. But like Oda's doing the opposite.
Yeah, the thing is, like, before Gear 5, Luffy was kind of like that. Like he was more
Snake Man, Bow Man.
And then Oda goes, fuck that.
Exactly.
And
so Oda goes, fuck that. They say fuck Oda, like, or fuck Luffy.
Because, like, this is funny because all everyone does is just complain about like how JJK ended or how Naruto ended, or and like Oda's like, I'm not falling into that trap, and everyone goes, this is trash.
A lot of people do that. I mean, like to be fair, One Piece is still like the most popular show now right now, because obviously it's like dominated like most of the scene. But the problem is that like Oda knew that when he made Gear 5 it was gonna be controversial, and it is. Like people love the story, but they don't like Gear 5.
Commented on that, yeah.
Infinite scaling, and in terms of tone and like power, is like a recipe for disaster. We've seen it 100 times. Like it just collapses at the end because it gets stupid. Like,
I'll speak for myself. I don't think that like it's a thing about like wanting to see Luffy lose, because I mean, obviously, like, he's the MC. Like, we all love Luffy. Or at least I would hope most people like Luffy, and want to see him win.
You'd be
but
surprised.
I think it's like what Imu, I guess, represents in the story, and like what he's been built up to be, at least as far as that we've seen him. I don't think it should be easy, or like it should be. I feel like it shouldn't, like, him beating Imu at this point in time shouldn't be like, you know, a thing that's happening.
Handy on a silver platter.
To me,
I also feel.
One at a time.
Can we?
I also feel.
Wait. I also feel. Talk.
Go.
First of that.
I also feel that with regards to how people perceive Luffy is also, also it goes with the changing of the times, because, generation wise, because as we saw One Piece has dominated the landscape over, this past generation. But over the course of that generation, we've had new shonens pop up where they were more serious, where there was more horror farming. So people who weren't reading One Piece were reading those, and then they get into One Piece and they're like, wait a minute, why is this guy so goofy? Why is he so happy? Why is he not just beating on people? Why is he not just standing there looking menacing? I think that also plays into it too.
Yeah, and I've seen people literally say like, "Oh, Aimu's One Piece's Mariner," because they expect that character.
He is a phenomenal candidate for sure. But at the same time, he's like, because he is like the way he does his introduction, his real introduction is kind of similar to Madara's. That's why too. It's like he came out there, he annihilated like a lot of characters in a single go. Just like Madara came in there, he annihilated, let's say, like the entire ninja army and so on. What's up?
Do you think Madara single-handedly beating all the Kage was like good for the story?
I think that Madara was saving the arc. I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like the Fourth Great Ninja War, I think, had a fuck ton of problems, man. And I feel like Madara was actually like given the context of Naruto as a story, he was actually doing really, really good. I think the issue is that Kishimoto went away from Madara at the end of it all, which really was like, what the fuck? That was super weird, bro. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, you just can't go from the guy you built up. Because, like, mind you, it's like they built up Madara via Obito beforehand, and then they had Madara actually pull up. And when he did pull up, because mind you, like it's a point in time in the world where he's a shinobi from like a war-torn era, from like so he's a bloodthirsty shinobi, and everyone understands that. And then he models suit, so like it kind of matched the energy. Now, if you want to say, okay, like in terms of, let's say, the power inconsistency of the story, would it make sense for him to be the Hokages? No, but that's what they did. So it's like, that's where I think Kishimoto started to fuck it up a little bit. Where it's like, okay, you're getting to the point now where you have a guy that can beat every Hokage or every Kage at the same time with like ease. Like, it's like, oh, so that means that and he's getting stronger as the arc goes on. So what do we have to do then for Naruto Sasuke to our match? Okay, they get killed, and then Hagoromo fucking like talks to them or some shit. It's like, what? And then now we're gods.
It's funny that
that's so like weird as hell.
It's funny that it's like this is only a shonen problem because like John Wick doesn't get stronger every movie. Like Superman doesn't get power ups in like every movie. Like,
John Wick gets Terminator basically.
But the idea is similar though. It's like you see, it's like like a lot of times the characters in other mediums, they get like incrementally better. Maybe they get like some sort of cool suit or some shit like that. They change up that. So let's say they come to a movie with some new stuff. That's it. But like, yeah, it's like what's shown in. It's like you kind of see like a lot of times because like, they have to grow, and progression and battle is important for that growth. But it's like it's how you do that's very important. It's like for example, it's like everyone knows that like with Hunter x Hunter, you can go through a certain power up, but there's like huge backlashes for that kind of shit. It's like what happened to Gon? It's like Gon, Pito, he went through his transformation, has the crazy hair, and afterwards his body's like completely like done. Like it's shattered.
Is there consequences? I don't know about that.
There would have been if not for Aluka, but that's a whole nother matter.
Convenient.
Yeah, Aluka was too convenient. I agree with that for sure. But like even still, like you can see how like there was an intent there where like he went through all this shit, and he did lose his Nen, so he can't use Nen anymore.
Yeah, that's gonna be. He's definitely gonna get that back. But
he will, but like but nice to like retrain for all that shit from the scratch, ideally. But like there's an attempt there to where there's consequences with with Bleach, it's like he does go through training. Ichigo does get stronger via training, but it's more, how do I say this? It's like it's not as bullshitty as Naruto was back in the, but at the same time, because like the villain was so overwhelming in the, well, I don't want to spoil it, but like it just didn't matter at that point in time. But it was more of a team effort thing coming in of it all,
Gimmicky,
so
that's what you mean.
Yeah, it's less gimmicky, and he does go through training, and at times, but he still struggles quite a bit even after the training, except for like Aizen when he was Mugetsu. But then the result of that was what? He gave his powers for a period of time. That was the result of that. But with Oda, you can kind of see like Oda, he likes doing the whole. They do get stronger at times with the burst, like let's say between Water 7 and his lobby. But for the most part, they're getting stronger because of just the experiences they've gone through, right? It's like
and they always they always grow in the fight usually.
Yes, usually that's happens to yes, like whether it be hockey blooming, whether they use their powers in more unique ways. Like it's very possible actually that when I think about it in NES Lobby, it's very possible that Zoro and Sanji they came up with their shit on the spot. Like they're like, fuck it. They're like, I'm just gonna rotate it.
I wanted to say, like, on the Gear 5 point, like, I think the reason why people find it annoying, I feel like mainly because of the anime's depiction of how Gear 5 is. I think in the manga it's like less Luffy's less insufferable.
It kind of goes both
I feel like
ways.
people like the anime version more than the manga version, at least from what I've heard.
Yeah, I kind of think so too.
He's more extreme in the anime because like he's got those.
I think that's where like a lot of like
the sound effects. They have more freedom to kind of utilize the environment more often. They have him have the sometimes he has the what do you call it? Like they have the what do you call it? The like the I forgot what it's called. There's a certain animation style that they use too. Like they change the style for like that cartoony sort of. I forgot what it's called. Either way, it doesn't matter. Like they change up things to make it make more sense. I think for the anime, which it does. I think.
Yeah, and he's got those hype moments, and he's also got dumb moments as well in the anime.
Rubber hose, yes, the rubber hose shit. Thank you. That. Yes, rubber hose. Yes. So, but I would say that like with Emu, he's the final villain of the story, and he has aura. Like he has a lot of aura off the gate in terms of his design, and they want Luffy to. I feel like people weren't convinced enough of what happened on Agate Island in of itself for Luffy in terms of like Luffy versus Kizaru. Exactly so they want something that's more convincing, especially with a guy who's like the final of the story, quote unquote. And so, because like now we get to the point now where we have to either fill in or we have to cross out agendas, So we have to get to that too. And Emu fills in a lot of agendas, so that matters as well.
I think also like in Egghead, like the elders didn't live up to. Like they didn't live up to what people thought of like what the elders should be. Also, like
I guess
they're kind of like a weird inclusion into the arc in itself.
Oh, it was so offsetting and upsetting that people were saying that the elders were going to be Yonko level. I'm like, no, like the elders are very late into this game and they can't be that strong.
5 Kaidos, remember that. Never forget 5 Kaidos.
I think the big problem is like why did like all the elders hopped in instead of just like maybe like another one, just like one more extra one. That's like the main problem.
The difference in the way
it really make them look inept. You guys like all 5 of you guys are there and you can't do one thing.
I think it was more so Oda also could include Omen, and then like if he wants them buffed later on, he just says, "Oh, they got an Omen, so they're buffed." Because an Elder with Omen
I see you. Okay, yeah.
Is significantly better than their performance on Egghead.
You know how like Luffy's kind of like sort of like Wukong-ish, sort of.
Yeah.
You know how he like summons clones with his hair.
Yeah, of course.
Luffy summons shit with his hair.
I love that. Okay, like he actually someone's like hair homies and shit like that. Yeah. Like he like maybe that could be going on. Like he actually used his cloud to make a clone like Wukong or something. Yeah.
Summon homies, and he's like, oh, let me do that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean that's part of the reason why I was like maybe he has to really figure out his powers through means like that. Which would be fucking crazy though.
I don't see why clones aren't in his range. You could turn to.
You also saw what Big Mom could do with her homie, so that could be an inspiration as well.
I mean, yeah, Luffy typically does like if he's losing in battle, he kind of just like with Katakuri, he kind of just like figured out future sight, and then he found the weakness afterwards. In order to defeat Katakuri, so there's like a chance like that he does try to mimic Emu in some sort of way in order to figure out how to defeat him.
What do you think? What do you think Amber's battle weakness is? Do you think he's got like?
It's hard to tell.
One in particular, because he's it's hard to tell right now.
Does he need time to summon things? Is that his thing? Because he's always
PTSD.
He has the ring. I mean, I don't think he needs time to summon this shit. I mean, maybe the issue is like
to do Stigmata, you have to like have the thing on your body, right? Like he's always like
it seems that way.
He's always like casting.
I think the main weakness possibly is his like hands and like how he operates the Omen.
Yeah, because I feel like if you put constant pressure, so he can't cast any abilities.
Really?
If you cut off his hands, in theory, he shouldn't be able to cast
Cut
like
off
the
his hands
That's
is
so
crazy.
shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Think
I
about
don't know how fucking
hands.
possible it is.
King, he's always creating distance between his enemies, so he can do like homie shit.
No, it's definitely possible to cut his hands off.
But wait, didn't
He
his
should still have regeneration.
didn't this last homie allow him to teleport Blitz and stab
Maybe.
Luffy?
It's possible.
It seemed either it pulled Luffy towards him,
'Cause, like,
or
this
he
guy-
just aimbotted onto the homie itself.
And also,
Because
too,
the last
also,
one was a far away shot, but this one is up close.
and also, real quick too, during the fight, remember, is it just me or did like his ring warn him of like Luffy coming from behind? Because there was a tap that I'm not sure what happened in this
I thought
panel.
that was Luffy moving.
It might
behind
have
him
been
like
Luffy
that.
just
But
trolling.
Luffy
just
moves like,
poking him on the back.
but doesn't he move like with a more? I don't know, because like he moved hella fast. I feel like the tap is such a small, like the subtle
I think
thing.
in that moment,
I think Luffy was
he was
tapping
like,
more on his back. Honestly.
no, I think in that moment, like before, he was like charred, like by the omen flame, and he was like much more like there was like an indication of where his like skin was like a lot more darker, and then like later on, like you see like his skin lightens up. So I think he just wiped himself down before he like attacked.
I don't know, because he said that, because Luffy also says this line. He says, "I thought that was a sure hit." Like I feel like that's a sign that something went awry. Like I don't think, like why would he do a tap to wipe himself?
He tried to copy what Emu did against him. Like he tried to speed blitz him, and like it didn't work. Because like
but
Emu
why?
had,
That's the saying. Like
he had like the eyes on his omen ring, so he could see around.
That's what I
him.
think. Yeah, I think that maybe the Omen Ring actually warned him in advance that the attack was coming. That's why there's a tap.
I don't think it's observation. Haki might be more like a Spidey sense kind of thing. Like
I mean, I don't know. They're literally eyes. There, maybe he should be able to see with them. So I don't know.
Ideally, yeah.
We don't know if those, but they could be like light receptors. Maybe telling light from dark. Maybe that's enough.
Light.
Oh, there was something I wanted to bring up, and I don't think we've talked about it just yet. But
talk to me.
Emu fucking made a note of Brook this chapter. Now, I think,
true.
Yeah. So I think that's like because of like two different things. One, I think he's one remembering Brook in the room when they came to take Shuri. And then two, so Emu was like very particular about Shuri Gunko, like he's very just like all about her or whatever.
Right.
I'm thinking that he thought that Brook was killed back then when she stabbed him.
Yeah.
But then he became aware of like Brook still being alive because he joined the Rimbar Pirates, and I'm sure that Brook like had some type of notoriety on that crew as well too, to the point where like Emu might have known about him.
Okay.
And he knows that that's somebody that knows about that situation. So I'm thinking that the whole situation with the Rumbar Pirates, like them being surrounded by the fog, I'm thinking that either it was Grow who had that ability or Mars, because I know the stuff about the Itsunade, like they can, I think, spread plague or whatever like that, like and fog and smoke and all that. I think that's probably why their crew like died. I think Emu was trying to snuff him out because he knows the truth of that whole situation. And then he's surprised that this guy is still around again. Like it's not once but twice now that he's like tried to, take care of Brook.
Okay, maybe that's possible. Because I remember I remember there was the idea that like maybe he had to deal with like Mars may have some sort of poison or plague power, and then the person that actually poisoned them was like related to Mars. So maybe that's what I mean. I do like the idea for sure. Like don't get me wrong, but I think he's more surprised that hey, it's been like he saw him get stabbed through the head. And then it's been 61 years since that's happened. What the fuck? Like, how is this guy still around? And then, he is. And again, like he has the thing for sure. For whatever reason. So
I think that's like the main aspect of it. But I also think that it could be deeper. That like maybe he did try to like get him again, like after finding out that he was still alive as a pirate, and then now he's like again alive, or quote unquote. So.
What if he actually captures Brook?
I mean, The
That's what
thing
I'm
is,
saying. Brooke could be targeted at this point in time now.
I mean,
Not
I would
Usopp's
see it.
arc once again, but okay.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I would see it if he was targeted now. I mean, that sounds good with the Rumble Pirates and everything, but I just don't see Emu caring enough about Brooke in its totality, because the only people that we've seen Emu care about are people who have ties to the past, like Blackbeard, Teach, and Rocks, Vivi and her blue hair, the Nefertiti family, Luffy because of the
The
devil fruit that he
Nefertiti family?
possesses.
That's some shit.
Yeah, he did
Hey,
say
I'm
that.
sorry,
Let's
you know,
go.
hey, my
Let's
bad,
go.
my bad.
Oh, hey, I like the
Nefertari,
Nefertiti's,
Nefertari.
dude.
Yo.
Yeah,
But,
it's mistaken with
That's
the
a good
Egyptian
name.
pharaoh.
I'm
No,
about to cop that shit.
But no, he
But-
literally does have a tie to the past there. Like he was the only other person in that room that survived that wasn't like on Emu's side. Like of course he would want to like get him out of there, or at least like make sure that he's like out of the picture. Especially after he thought he died in that room or was
There's
convinced
also
he did so.
well, yeah, but I mean, with ties to the past, it pertains to like Void Century past.
I mean, there was the idea.
Obviously new stuff. He also saw Emu personally, and
Yeah.
Teach related to that family. You know, Vivi's family has some type of connection with Emu, and then there's Luffy, who has a devil fruit that was possessed by Joy Boy, and then you got Brooke, and it's like he was in a room when I, got obsessed over a girl.
I mean, there was the theory that he could be like a Davy Clan member.
Brooke knows too much.
He does.
Yeah,
he does. But that's also but at the time he was not like perceptive of it. He was just confused, obviously. But now after seeing, like what happened to Shuri, he's aware that devils do exist. So he saw like Shuri turn into a devil. So that's the key thing here. Where like he's aware that devils can transform, and then Shuri is like, because Brooke is talking to Shuri. The last time Emu was in the body or in controlling Shuri, her memories were coming back, and she tried to help Brooke. So he doesn't want, because mind you, Shuri's a knight, which means that Shuri is going to have the same issue. Like if she gets killed or something like that, that's going to be an issue on Emu. So he doesn't want that to happen because, of course, he values her in of itself, but also because she's a knight as well. So for his own power. So that's why he's very protective. I mean, shit, he didn't want Summers or Killingham. I think he saved them too. So that's why. But for sure, he's very, very protective of her. Obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, he came to this area. He came to Shuri. I mean, he came to Asperia himself riding Mars. Like that. He wants Shuri bad. Because of the eyes too.
Yo,
The eyes. The eyes.
Emu, where is the Ryuma name drop? What happened?
Fuck out of here.
Ryuma name drop. Yo.
We can do that. Real quick. Okay, yo, Polestar, what's up with the donation? Fucking Ryuma name drop. What's up with the $5?
That's hilarious.
What's up with Yonko and Cheap Shots? First, Runbeard, then Kaido, Odin, and then Shanks, Green Bull. Can they win fairly? At this point, Admiral versus Yonko.
Here we go.
He has no points. He has 0 points.
No, he doesn't.
Okay. That Savage Bunny, which was the $7, with Harald's death hurting Emu. What if Sanji or Zoro killing or defeating Summers and Killingham is enough to send Emu back? That's possible. But see, if Luffy's actually done, then it's gotta be quick. Like I don't know, like is it possible to where like I don't know. Could Sanji get conquer Saki like hella quick and like fuck it, like we just ball and then
I also think that Brooke has to do something with Shuri.
I know.
I mean, he doesn't even know how to use it yet, and then because we saw Luffy had to like learn Rio, like do all this bullshit. Zoro's getting Enma sucked and shit.
Father, hear me out. I thought of something. Okay, what if for him, like with Sanji, it's unique, and for him, it's like okay, I'm just gonna do what I normally do with my fire shit. And just put hockey on that, and that's enough. Where it's like, okay, like it's like the way he
to protect his like foot already. Or
he does. But what if he does the same thing there? Where it's like he's applying, like he takes the concept of Conqueror's hockey and he just applies it to his legs like he normally does, like with his fire.
I think he could do that because like remember that I think there's a possibility where he recalls what happened to him when he got kicked by Emu. And he figures it out that way.
And he tries to do it. Ooh.
Well,
that'd be interesting. It's just like
to that point. Also, to that point, doesn't Sanji's main kicking the Apple Jame, doesn't he burn people to the bone already?
Yeah.
He did.
So
He
it's
did
not
that
like
3
it's
time
not.
skip.
But yeah, and so it's not like it's a new power. He can already burn people's insides already. So if he
Yes.
just applies Conqueror's Haki to that, theoretically, he can damage the steel heart.
He's
I mean,
probably going to
again, I'm
unlock
not.
infusion against killing him.
I'm not
gonna lie.
opposed to any of all that. It's just it's the application of the Conqueror's Haki that's like the issue for me. Because
Yeah,
like it
I
seems like
understand
that is just like a high tier because I think the fire thing would be cool. It's just him going from pre-time skip levels of like Conqueror's Haki where he doesn't even know he can use it, or he's just not even aware of it, to being able to now apply Conqueror's Haki to either his Haki or his flames is like in just one fight. I mean, again, it could happen because we're Final Saga and all that, but I just feel like it's also very possible that the Straw Hats do lose here, and we need to
yeah, that's possible
take some
too.
time
That's
to
possible too. That's
go
possible.
ahead and figure shit out.
I mean, we saw what happened in Wano. They grew exponentially in power. So there's precedent for this.
Yeah, but so like for example, it's like with Zoro had his Conqueror's Haki kind of awakened via Enma, and then Enma just drew that out of him, and then he could use that against what do you call it? Against King the Wildfire, against Kaido, against Big Mom, right, against Rob Lucci. But he's only aware of that fact now. He didn't realize that then. Sanji's aware of that now, and so because he's aware of that, but he has a gap that's like kind of blocking it, like he has a sort of dam. It's about, okay, what happens when you are able to realize that there's a dam? You can undo the dam, and then you have Conqueror's Haki now. But because of how skills he is,
sure.
he is. So like Sanji probably try and process it. Like he made Ifrit on the spot. He's okay, fine. How do I beat King? I mean, how to beat Queen? Okay, I need to take my Haki I've had, give him my crazy physique right now. I can enhance my bones and my muscles so I can withstand greater temperatures of power. So like that's what Sanji did it on the spot. So if that same thought process happens where he made Ifrit on the spot, maybe it could be with Haki too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see
maybe. Because Luffy and Zoro are retards, so Sanji's not.
I think Zoro's probably gonna go the approach of defeating Summers through the metal heart stuff, rather than like.
Yeah, he's fixing on that a lot. You are right. He's fixing on that quite a bit.
I think Emma might play a role in this. I'm not gonna lie.
No, but I feel like also because of what Gaban told Zoro has to use his Haki better, like without question. He has to. He has to perfect that. Or maybe not perfect it, but he has to get a lot better at that in this arc right here, right now. He has to, like, Gaban scolded him for that. So he's got to work on that for sure, without question. Like, if you want to make Luffy Pirate King, work on your Haki game, like for real, bro. So like, right now your shit's weak. So he has to work on that in the middle of this fight. Like,
and
now.
And here's the thing I can give to Sanji is, besides Zoro and Luffy, between the three of them, I think Sanji's like a bit more intelligent. So
a bit?
When it comes,
I'm not intelligent.
Well, no, I'm not saying like a bit as it's a small thing. I'm just saying in terms of.
Okay, because I almost got triggered there. Okay.
He's like with that intelligence, I think that he can, kind of think through his Haki more, and like during the fight, as the fight's going, he can use that IQ to apply the Conqueror's Haki in a way, not perfectly, but in a way to where he's able to utilize it against killing him.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna combine overall IQ with battle IQ. That's what he's gonna do.
Yeah. That I feel that we don't see like Sanji utilizing his smarts in battle as much as we could, because he's intelligent. So
absolutely,
I think that's gonna play a hand.
He's arguably the most intelligent in the crew. Arguably.
Do you think there's like a possibility where like Sanji does like apply, like he just skips to like infusing Conqueror's Haki?
If it ties with his fire, yes. Because think about it, it's like Zoro. It's like Zoro skipped the step. Zoro went right to infusion. Now in the anime, they do have Conqueror's Haki, but Zoro went right into infusion. He went right into it. So
Luffy skipped a step 2 in Wano. If I'm
He
not
did?
Well,
mistaken.
no,
Did he?
he had more of a go
Oh,
through
for
more of a
armor hockey. For
process to
armor
get
hockey. Yeah. No, he means for armor hockey. He means for the Rio shit.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because he did. Yeah,
he
yeah.
skipped a step. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So if it happened
Yes.
with Luffy and with Zoro, it can happen with Sanji. Absolutely.
But like Sanji is probably gonna make it like a bigger jump than Luffy ever did with Conqueror's Haki.
Well, because like, okay, it took Luffy. So once Luffy learned Rio hockey, and then he experienced Kaido's attack with the Thunder Bagua, I think that's when he realized, oh yeah, so you're infusing your attack with Conqueror's Haki, and then that's when Kaido revealed, yes, that's what I'm doing. So, but with Zoro, he didn't know what the hell he was doing, and then with Sanji, he knows about it, and so now it's about actually having the willpower, or having the mentality to do it. So you could argue like, so like they have their thing, but like it's all different essentially. But and again, it's like with what Killingham said before. Killingham said, "Oh yeah, like I'm going to, like you need to have like the color Supreme King, so you have to do it." Hold on, real quick. Precious, yeah, or is that his name? I do read YouTube chat. I do. Like, I mean, it's just on occasion. Actually, no, that reminds me. I need to get to more donations. Super chat from BBT1. Okay, whatever. Emu's Void Sword is probably specifically for Joy Boy / Mythical Zoans. I suspect it can inhibit regen and other or attack negations. You think it's a sword made for Mythical Zones? Nah, I mean, if that's the case, then why destroy the area?
I think that's too much. And it was basically the opposite of what Aramaki can do. Like Aramaki does invigoration, he just does decay and wilting.
Yeah, I agree with that. That makes sense. Yeah, I would say like that sword, like specifically that sword is a sword that affects the entire environment. So that's why it's like, or like it's a sword that the void sword just decays or wilts away, sucks life, what we'll call it. Yeah,
it drains life force. It's almost like a vampire.
Yeah, so I don't see it
like
a case
a sword where it powers up the more it starts draining stuff around the environment.
That's possible too.
Or like the when it's used in battle for a long time.
Yeah, that too. All right, we have Keloke, much of the $3. I know you're biased, but with Blackbeard, but Luffy need to fight him for the One Piece to level up, and it's needed to beat Emu. Remember, Whitebeard's last words, Oda's interview might be big bluff. Oh yeah, I mean, listen. So basically, the final war. So we have the final war after we find the treasure, and Emu's our guy after that. Maybe because yeah, like I did believe that too. I believe Whitebeard's words about how after the treasure's found, like Luffy goes into the final war as Pirate King. I thought that was like be the case too. I think Oda's changed his mind about that. Maybe I talked to Arthur Librahara years ago about this too in a call. Arthur was suggesting quite strongly that there was actually a misinterpretation of Whitebeard's words, where Whitebeard's comments were actually not really based on like a certain time frame in Japanese, apparently, where like the idea is like, okay, after treasure is found, like no. Apparently that idea is like more of a Western idea. And in Japan, it's not necessarily, or in Japanese, it's not necessarily viewed as a certain time frame, allegedly. And then also too, because of Vegapunk's speech kind of infers that the world changes once the treasure is found, not the other way around. So Vegapunk's speech kind of counters Whitebeard's speech. That's the thing. So after that,
now it's down to who you believe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so we'll see. After that, we have a poll star much over the 5. No way you're comparing Naruto fights and One Piece fights. One Piece fights, there's like zero choreography, zero rhythm, and reason. One Piece fights won't crack Naruto top 10. Anime or manga? Actually, no, it doesn't even matter. That's not even true.
No, Kaido versus Luffy is literally the modern Frieza versus Goku.
I mean, what is he talking
about? I wouldn't say that. No.
I mean, no other fight is even like that, except for like one fight that won't spoil. I'm not gonna say shit. But a fight in Macadamia, a fight in Demon Slayer, a fight in like shit, Kaido versus Luffy's better than Aizen versus Ichigo. So
absolutely is. Absolutely.
That's crazy. It's not crazy at all.
No, it's not.
No, I would say that's kind of like
it's only one episode, and what they do is dope. But Ichigo's kicking Aizen's ass, and then he just keeps it pushing. like Ichigo versus Aizen is kind of like the equivalent in terms of like how it's played out, like Blue versus Luffy, which is a good fight. Don't get me wrong, but it's like what does Aizen do to Ichigo? He does nothing. He does fucking nothing.
No, to be honest, like the only reason why
Ichigo got saved too.
Ichigo literally beats him because Kisuke planted a seal on Aizen. Otherwise,
well, yeah, but remember they did that because Ichigo's powers weakened Aizen enough to where the Hyogoku was like weakened, and then that's why him. Yeah, like the mod. Okay, so people. I mean, I guess people forgot. I don't know, but like, what other fight in modern shonen, in terms of anime, is as long, has that many bouts and rounds as Goku versus Frieza, other than Kaido versus Luffy? I can't think of one. I remember doing the video back in the day too. I think it was like, in terms of number of episodes and time, it was actually similar to Goku versus Frieza. Like they were very similar. If you, I think, compare the
Goku versus
in the
Frieza,
anime, in the manga, like Goku and Frieza wasn't. It was in the manga. Goku versus Frieza wasn't that long. The way that
it was very short
in the anime,
it was fairly short. But in the
anime and the manga,
like,
I think in the manga, wait, Goku versus the manga is like, isn't that like 15 chapters in the manga? Or am I going crazy there?
No, it's 20 episodes in the anime, but in the manga, Goku just dominates Frieza.
Yeah, I forget entirely. Yeah, I forgot it was in the manga. Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
The good old days.
Like, from what I remember, it's like at most it was like 5 chapters, maybe 7.
Like, I think you're right. I think you're right. Yeah, I didn't take that long. I think you're right. But I mean,
Frieza
but like,
Goku to this day is the longest continuous fight in anime history. To this day.
But I mean, like, if the idea is that, okay, like, you think that in terms of animation and or in terms of fights, whether it be anime or manga, it's like, if you're focusing on choreography and choreography alone, that alone doesn't make like an amazing fight. You could argue it's like you have great choreography, which is nice and all, but like there are certain things that are also like for example, okay, I'm not saying this is the case here, but think about it. There are people in Japan that complain about JJK fights because the choreography is so over the top. They're like, what the fuck is going on? You watch and you're like, wait, what is this? And like they're rating episodes of JJK lower than they are compared to American fans, you know? And so in terms of One Piece fights, Oda does choreography at times. It also has high impact frames, like let's say for example, like we see on Fire Force, where it's like focusing on one attack, let's say particularly, and really emphasize that one attack. And then he does a hodgepodge here and there, depending on the fighter. So it kind of depends on how Oda's feeling. But I'll absolutely put some, like, especially for the anime, some fights in One Piece in the top 10 for sure. That's without question. Some Naruto, some Hunter x Hunter, some Bleach, some Naruto, some Fire Force, some none in Demon Slayer. What about maybe one Demon Slayer, some in JJK, some in Dragon Ball Z. There's some damn good fights out there. Yu Hakusho, yeah.
Cat versus Luffy is another great one from One Piece. Honestly, Luffy versus Luffy, there are plenty of them.
I think people are more that have like the opinion of Naruto fights being better usually tend to lean like on like the types of fight with Enies Lobby, Lucci versus Luffy, that kind of stuff. I get the sentiment though, like where they vibe with that kind of fighting style.
Yeah, of course.
Better. And like the
mind you too, like Naruto. Naruto was more popular, I think, in the West too when we were growing up. I know it was for sure more popular in the West when we were growing up. Yeah. And so like you grew up with the Naruto fights and the fight style and how they should work out. So like you grew up with that shit, more often than not. But I mean, at the same time, I feel like there are some things in like when I think about the old fights in One Piece too, like like Blue versus Lucci. I mean, Luffy is very good. So is Rob Lucci versus Luffy is actually phenomenal. I think Zoro versus Kaku was pretty dope, but I think I preferred Zoro versus Mr. One, not Ryoma. Mr. Ryoma fight was good, but I think I prefer Zoro versus Mr. One.
Das Bone was
Das Bones. So yeah, that was outstanding. Yeah. And then for choreography, you look at let's say the fight between Sanji and Mr. Two, where like they're actually doing like kick combos on each other, and they're like able to parry each other's kicks, and then Sanji's able to time his kicks, and then he puts on the swan thing so he can actually like punch through walls, and he's trying to time that with his own speed. So like there's a lot of choreography in fights in One Piece for sure.
Mr. Two, you mean Bon Clay, right?
Yeah, Bonke. Yeah.
I think that those types of fight people vibe better a lot more than like the modern stuff.
I don't know, because I feel like if you I would say like if you can't tell me that people nowadays would take that over, let's say, Zoro's King of the Wildfire. There's no way. There's no way, bro. People went nuts.
I mean, like,
and that
like
fight was phenomenal.
That fight was crazy.
Speaking of old school, speaking of old school manga, so King, Toriko reread when?
Fuck, bro. Let me clean the. Let me clean the plate.
Let him catch up to One Punch Man first.
Yeah. Because I need. There's a lot. There's a lot to do. Right. There's a long list. I need to read some webtoons.
I know there's a long list, brother. I know.
I do want to get to it. Trust me, I do.
Gonna do a Siren reread too.
A Siren. Yeah, I'm trying to do a Siren reread before the show comes out. So I'm trying to do Siren. I want to do Vinland Saga because that's over too. So I'm trying to do a lot. All right, maybe too much, but I'm streaming more often nowadays, which is great. But also, I've tried mixing gaming content too. Like I just did a stream last night after the stream for Marvel Rivals because they had a whole new thing going on.
You have a couple manhwas in there too?
Yes, sir. Northern Blade, Nano Machine, and Omniscient Reader.
Nano Machine is almost finished too, apparently.
Yes.
Oh, is it? Okay, bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, cool. I should suggest that like you should read manga manhwa that have like less than like 100 chapters. So that way you could catch up more easily on your list.
Yeah, because T-Bait was like 240, and so it's and mangas tend to have more webtoons have more pages per than mangas.
Yeah,
they have a lot of pages per chapter. So
yeah,
I think you should go for like those shorter chapter ones first, so that way you could blitz through like a lot of the.
You could be right. Is that I think that what I need to do honestly is that I need to just actually just stream early in the day, so I can at least dedicate like 2 or 3 hours almost every day, except for Sundays. I probably need a break. To just read throughs of certain content. So I could, because mind you too. Honestly. Yeah, because it's something I do want to do, and also I need to think about it too. It's not just webtoons too; it's also comics because people are like begging for the Absolute series too. I'm like, oh fuck. So there's a lot of things.
Oh man!
You would love Absolute Batman.
I think I would. I think I would. Yeah. I think I would for sure. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Absolute Superman. I've also been hearing crazy things about it. So yeah.
Yeah.
Absolute Green Lantern's pretty crazy.
Absolute Green Lantern? That's Absolute Green Lantern, Absolute Flash, Absolute Wonder Woman, Absolute Superman, Absolute Batman. Is that it? Is there more?
Surprised. Oh, there should be more. There's probably more.
Absolute Martian Manhunter.
Ooh, okay. Absolute Martian Manhunter.
And I believe that's and Absolute Wonder Woman.
Okay, yeah. So that's something I need. I need to look into. And I need to see if there's a way actually if I can read them more officially. I don't know how to do that, but the idea is that I can read them officially, and then I can have the video saved for members. Honestly, so they're not public. But at least they'll be there in some capacity. I'll love to do that shit. But so far, because I think what I want to really do is I just want to see if I could read webtoons and then not have to deal with Korea. And so far with the membership wall, it seems to be working pretty well. I haven't got any issues so far about, hey, take this shit down because
Did you block Korea?
I blocked Japan. I blocked Japan, but the paywall is enough, I think, because it's a paywall that people the stream is public, but then you have the paywall for memberships that's there, and then on Patreon I haven't gotten an issue too, because I remember too when I streamed Soul Leveling too, they didn't care on Twitch they didn't give a flying fuck, whatever, man. On YouTube, oh my god. Take us down, or you're getting dead.
Korea is more chill than Japan, and Twitch is more chill than YouTube.
Yeah,
usually.
True.
Yeah,
true. Okay, real quick. Intelligence. Okay, so we have is this how his name? Tessaviv? Much of that. Intelligence manifests directly in people. Zoro arguably has the highest fighting IQ of the Strats. Almost immediately figure out Lunar's vulnerability. Nah. He has high battle IQ.
No.
He has high battle IQ, but not like that.
I was like, wasn't there a whole thing about Zoro figuring that shit out? It wasn't
yeah, he got fucked.
He's kind of stupid about it.
Most of the fights.
Yeah, so during fight against King, he figured out that speed form he's faster with his flames off. But then when he on Agate Island, he couldn't put two together between Ash Hawk and Ash Bear with the lines. What the fuck is this? You know?
Yeah. That's what it was.
What the fuck? Hello, Zoro?
Yeah,
hello?
like, bro, they literally look the same. Like,
even Luffy called him out for it, which is crazy because a lot of people think Luffy is dumb, but it's like, yeah.
Also, Anihime, I see your donation earlier, so thanks for doing it again. Sorry about that. I fucked up last time too. Thoughts on the Great Kingdom being a modern day United States? Many races inhabited it, and it was advanced technology wise. Basically, I was referring to the West City in DBZ. Interesting. Okay, yeah. I mean, I knew they were advanced, but
I don't
modern day. Well, because maybe because remember in the mural they have like actual skyscrapers and shit, don't they?
No, but I'm saying with the reference to like West City, because I would argue in many ways like Dragon Ball is more advanced, like futuristic than our Earth. It just seems.
Oh no, they are.
Like, yeah. It's just mixed with like a little bit of like steampunk. I would argue.
Dude, they had capsules that could store how much water?
Like they could store houses in the capsules, like actual homes. Like, come on,
That wasn't in Dragon Ball Z. That was in the original Dragon Ball. That was a
there you go. Yeah. So like, of course, absolutely. yeah. But like, hold on. But to be fair,
Bulma made a dragon radar.
But to be fair, the Dragon Ball radar. Yeah, true. Yeah. And it even worked on another planet. I mean, she built she helped build a spaceship that could cross the entire cosmos. However,
to be fair,
that was in another alien's language.
Yes.
Yeah. She's the smartest person on the planet, and she had to like retro-engineer both Kami's spaceship and the Saiyan pods.
Yes,
that's basically what she
created. The time traveler spaceship.
The time machine, Trunks' time machine. Yes,
right. That's true. Yeah, for the future. Yeah, but then also,
Bulma was busted.
She was for sure. But at the same time, in One Piece, though, like the technology scope may not be as big, but in the past, we'll say Vegapunk's technology. It's like you have anti-gravity tech. They could potentially make memories into mass somehow. They were able to make like potentially deadly powers. So you had that because they had access to like infinite energy, maybe through the undying flame. They were able to like terraform a lot of the planet. You could argue maybe the Red Line's the cause of that. They were able to do various things. They made instruments of destruction, and maybe even they had like what moon space cities and shit. They had automatons that were on the moon and shit, like doing so. Like they are also more advanced than Earth too, in like modern day Earth. If you have fucking machines on the moon and you have like moon cities, like lunar cities and shit, it's like
probably something like Kardashev 1 type civilization, like the ones that control an entire planet.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah. Sure.
Did you ever read about the Kardashev scale, Cole?
Yeah, I know. That was my original theory too. Where like actually it was like they were able to take the entire planet and make it to a Dyson sphere. But I mean that's kind of I think it's dead now.
No, a Dyson sphere is around the star. That's type 2.
No. But like what I was saying was that my initial theory was that actually like this planet One Piece itself is on top of a Dyson sphere. That's what was my initial theory.
Oh,
and then the core of the planet is actually a sun. Yeah.
Oh, so there would be a type 2 then, not a type 1.
Yeah, it'd be type 2. Yes, that was my initial idea. That back in the day. So like, because the it all kind of came from the globe, if you would, where there was the O'Hara globe, and then a question I'd love to ask Oda and SBS honestly. But it's
the planet with the 8 moons.
Yes, you have the issue was like, okay, hold on, are they? If it's actually not, let's say, the moons, but rather it is a geocentric model of their solar system, then the idea would be that they actually took and then remember there were a lot of takes about how the planet's much larger than what it normally should be. Then the idea could be, okay, maybe it's because it's actually a Dyson sphere around the sun. And so that's the entire world One Piece.
I mean, it could make sense because what are planets except planets are basically the moons of a star. That's basically what.
Sure. Yeah, sure. But like, I mean, we haven't gotten to that point in the story at all. So it's like I don't know if Oda actually wants to do that.
To get that because I'm not sure if Oda is thinking that big.
No, honestly. Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, it's very, very likely.
I got a question for you, King.
Yeah.
I got a question. With regards to the beginning of the chapter, or where you have it on right now.
Yeah.
So how do you feel that there could be a possibility that Joy Boy could have been, let's say, a pseudoscientist, and this is almost like a near replica of Full Metal Alchemist, where he's talking into the void, and Emu's answering.
Oh, that's interesting. So
And
he's talking to an actual like
is
black.
basically in the bottle.
Interesting.
Wait, so what you're suggesting is interdimensional telepathy? Is that what you're suggesting?
No, he's just probably saying like he's probably
not
talking.
telepathy, because
he's probably using a device.
It sounds like he's using a device.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
I actually saw something that was a little more interesting with that whole initial panel. People are thinking that it could be just like they have like more advanced communication in the past, so like they were just using like a phone call, like actual like regular phone call,
right?
Between the two, and then also it could be a thing where
a phone call.
So basically, like we see the circuitry on Emu and stuff, like looks like tattoos, and we know the name of Joy Boy. People are thinking that it's possible that basically like they had video games in the past, and
that's what I heard about. Yeah.
So yeah, I think that could actually be interesting. Like, Joy Boy is actually like his gamer tag, and
the gamer tag shit. Yeah, they play video games. That's his gamer tag.
And he
what was it? Like the idea would be like the idea of Joy Boy is based on Game Boy, and then he just has the thing called Joy Boy because he actually used to play games like in the day on some sort of gaming device, which is a crazy idea. Like, that's like insane.
Are we turning One Piece into Shangri-La Frontier? What is this?
No, just like they used to play games. Like again, in the mural they have like clearly like because in the mural they have like skyscrapers like buildings. So the idea is that maybe the ancient kingdom actually was advanced like us or more so. And then the idea is that, okay, it actually had like gaming devices, like handheld devices, like gaming devices. So like Joy Boy was a gamer, and then he had and his gamer tag was, Joy Boy. And then Emu was just kind of talking to him through that device, some shit like that, like, as they're playing games.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, they're not doing some strong
like,
shit.
They could have had VR headsets like they do in Shangri-La Frontier if their science was advanced enough.
But I don't think they're gonna do that. I mean, it's a crazy idea. I doubt it massively.
That's way too advanced, I would say.
Yeah, that's too deep down. That's too deep down.
Well, I mean, it's too advanced in the sense of like they're not focused on that technology speaking wise. Like based on what we know, like these guys had anti-gravity technology. They had anti-gravity technology. They had like cities on the moon. Like if they wanted to do that, they probably could do that. But that's not what their focus was. The focus was elsewhere. It's like
One Piece is very anachronistic. Like you have futuristic shit in the past. Like it's very
sure.
It's all over the place. Yeah.
We see that in different series too, though, where like the past civilization was like far more advanced than current day, though.
Yeah, like a Howl's Moving Castle or something. It happens quite a bit. Yeah.
There are others as well. Monster Ranger also does that. There are plenty of that in fiction.
Can't deny that. Oh, real quick. Is there any Hunter x Hunter boys here? Do you want to dive into that or no? The sounds deafening. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not caught up.
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that Ziz isn't here because it
happens.
Wait. Oh, what did you say?
Sorry, I found out. What did you say?
No, I said are there any Hunter x Hunter boys here? That's all I'm saying.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
No. Not me.
Oh yeah.
I recently was with the stream where you caught up, and that's how I caught up. And then I went and read myself, and then I got caught up.
Bet. So
go ahead.
Well, I mean, also, are there any takes or questions you want to have on Hunter x Hunter?
I'm still digesting pretty much what happened last chapter.
All right, fair enough.
I don't. As far as how we're going to the story, I don't believe that that formula that we saw where the princes are dying and there's that strange coffin symbol formula that's going on. I don't think that's going to work because now we know that one prince, the princess, she died outside the ship. Yeah. So there's no way that they can have her body be put into that. I don't know if it's a mechanism, a formula, or whatever, and then diagram, whatever. I do think Netero's going to make his move Beyond Netero is going to make his move when the ship stops to refuel.
Time out real quick. For everyone that's wondering, this is a One Piece and Hunter x Hunter stream. So FYI, in case you want to get spoiled for Hunter x Hunter, I mean, I talk about One Piece and Hunter x Hunter. So it's literally in the title. So it's One Piece and Hunter x Hunter. So normally just One Piece, but sometimes Hunter x Hunter. So we're getting to Hunter x Hunter. So if you don't get spoiled, I'll skedaddle. All right, but yeah, keep on.
I think as far as like Beyond Netero, I think when the ship stops to refuel, I think that's when he's gonna make majority of his moves. Because the ship's gonna be idle, stationary, and we don't know if anyone else could come onto the ship while the ship's refueling.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, if the ship goes to the refuel station, then fair enough, fine. We can actually get to a point where we actually do have maybe a situation where, okay, the ship's refueling, and then folks can come and comment. But at the same time, I feel like when it comes to the current situation with the princes, I think they are stuck there like no matter what. Until the thing is actually over instead of done. That's why even though Kacho, she left, she got annihilated. Her soul got devastated. So,
Yeah.
Oh wait, I finished. I caught up the super chats. They're all done. I'll see more super chats. Okay, hold on. Someone just actually added a super chat for One Piece. But that's like not super chat. That's a bit from Twitch. Hold on. Wait, I made super chats. There's more. There's no way. Do you think the actual Wobo is like? I don't know if Wobo's actually on the ship. I have no idea. The actual Wobo. It's possible. But I don't know if it's gonna be. It feels unlikely. I think. Oh, let me see. Loki's stronger. What if you see? Yeah, no, I think I got all the super chats for One Piece. I'm almost positive I did. But yeah, so the Wobo thing is that essentially, I just feel like with Wobo, he's probably on the ship right now. Well, maybe not though, because like it's hard to tell because ship's so damn fucking huge. I feel like with what she did with the way to trick the the current Kaken royalty about how Wobble was the real Wobble was actually left away from the ceremony, but actually went through the the seed urn ritual. So they don't have a Nen beast. But even still, if they're on the ship, then when they go through the ceremony, I don't know. But maybe they're actually able to get her sister and actually went through the ceremony too, and then they're actually on the ship with a Nen beast. But we haven't. But then, if that's the case, they're probably either hiding somewhere on the level 1 or they're on another level elsewhere. Maybe.
Yeah. And that's the part. That's the part that kind of get me is now with this whole Warble situation going on. I'm like, okay, well, if he's not on the ship, then how? Then how does the king like not notice what's going on? If he's the one like really behind this, and he, let's say, probably benefits from whatever that mechanism is.
Yeah.
How does he know that he's not on the ship? It's like, what?
I don't know.
It's crazy. But I do have.
Yep.
I do have a question for you. So, with regards to right now, everything that where we at right now, who do you see being? I would say give the top 3 that you think may come out on top as far as the princes.
Number 1, I'm thinking is going to be for the princes. I mean, I would like Hulkenberg to it, honestly, if I'm real with you, because I like Hulkenberg. I think he's cool. But if I had to give a top 3, based on what we see so far, well, we know that Benjamin, like in real time, because this is all flashback. So Benjamin, I think in real time is he's not going to be in the race any longer. And Hulkenberg is going to still be in Balsamico's body. So I feel like Hulkenberg, I think, is my number 1. If Woble's actually in the race somehow still, then number 2 be Wobble, just because of Kurapika and stuff. And then number 3, I'm going to say is going to be Sarai Nick. Because he's just too important of a role of a character to get, I think, duped out by any other character other Kurapika / maybe Hulkenberg. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, yeah. I think I did some donations. Even I'm surprised though. Okay, I think what was it? So that's not working right. King GG or so right. Okay, back. I guess back to One Piece real quick for a second. You cool with that for a second? For a second.
Go for it.
Oh yeah. So back to One Piece. Let me put this on screen so you know it's One Piece shit. Okay. You have King GG says $5. Emu is a battle junkie. He likes it. He's having fun with Loki. They were allied in the past. He went harder on Luffy because he is an imposter of his rival. Okay. That's actually not a bad way to look at it.
That's wrong.
Yeah, he did call him traitor. Swaggin to say with $2, will Luffy's river card be useful for once? If he gets captured, sure, fair enough. Hey, sure, fuck it. But at the same time, I don't know. Maybe to find him for other people. Maybe Sabo has. I think Sabo has that, right? River card to find Luffy or vice versa, and then they actually do something there potentially. Actually, does Luffy have a river card made for him at all? I forget.
Does
he? Should have. He should have.
I know he should have, but I don't remember like.
Yeah, doesn't Bartolomeo have one? Have like a piece of his? Like the Grand Fleet have a piece of his?
Maybe you're right. Yeah, I forget. Maybe you're right. Yeah. I think you're right. Yeah. And then Shadow over here, much over the 10 bucks is this. You didn't mention that Emu didn't want the world to know him. Why do you keep using the argument Emu himself didn't go to the new world and conquer it pre-Yonko or whenever Yonko existed? Why can't he beat all the Yonko 1v1? Well, the idea is simple. If he could, because you see how he's operating now, if he operates now with the same intent with other emperors of the sea, and he's as powerful as you say he is, he will just win. Because he's still intent on conquering the world. All right, it's like the reason why he has that system in place because there's restrictions to his power. But if he's as strong as he thinks he is, then he would do that because he just go in there 3 minutes tops, like have a guy make a magical circle, 3 minutes tops, do, and that's the end of the story. That's what you do. But that's not what's going on. He can't.
Not even close.
But like again, that's if you only assume a certain level of power for Emu. All right. Like these things would take because normally you have to deal with armadas, you have to deal with a large amount of forces, you have to deal with fights being prolonged. Like for example, if he has a timer, could he do like a long, drawn out battle for a period of time against an Emperor of the Sea? Like someone like Shanks or someone like Kaido, someone like Big Mom? No, because he has a timer. He just can't stay there for too long.
They can fight days on end, maybe weeks.
Right. So I was like, you can't afford to have a battle like that against Emperor of the Sea for an entire day when you're on a timer. You just can't do it. Okay.
Oh, Cole. How do we feel about Shanks potentially pulling up to Elbaf to defend his alleged territory?
It's not his territory.
It's like if Luffy. I said that's why I said alleged.
Yeah, I'm gonna say probably 0. I think that I feel like the themes
he just left.
Right, it's like he just left, and obviously like they're in ruins right now. But it's like let me see here. Nah. I would say it's a good case here because like, I feel like given the themes of what we talked about before, the themes, the whole idea of the sun god, they have to kind of play like a major role about like what it means to be a deity. So I feel like either it's got to be resolved within the group that we see now, or it's got to be sent elsewhere in the future because Luffy and company lose. I don't see Shanks coming here on Elbaf trying to thwart Emu and then Emu must retreat. I don't think so.
Yeah. Shanks even said before he left Elbaf that he overstayed his welcome. He literally said that he spent.
And then he comes back.
It makes no sense for him to just spin the block and run the fade. Like no, and besides for Luffy to have Shanks bail him out at this point, I think is just disrespectful to Luffy. Honestly.
Without all that being the case, though, I'm also thinking along the lines of Shanks's like observation hockey and like I guess the realm of abilities that he has. I mean, what's there to say that because we don't know like where he's at right now. Obviously, they just like leave prior to the arc starting.
He's not in the shorelines. There's no way. Like he can sense probably like anything from let's say the shore area. Like because we saw in Wild Country, like he was In the what? He was in the oceans nearby
in
Wano.
the seas
It's like
around
that
Wano. Yeah.
hockey that Emu exuded coming down into the lower world. Like
Mhm.
I don't know like how far that spanned. I'm just saying like if he does pull up or if there is a possibility of him pulling up.
Probably outside the range.
You
Elbaf
know.
is pretty big.
No, yeah, it probably went outside of Elbaf too, but at the same time, I don't know if it was like, I mean, because like, I feel like that'd be like, let's say the case here, let's say the Joburg hockey, like Joburg hockey spanned like way past Second Island. It was like, it was everywhere.
Yeah, but it was
So-
the immediate area. It wasn't the entire planet.
Well, yeah, but yeah, of course not. But like,
planet,
yeah,
but
no
that's what I'm
saying that.
We
But
don't
like,
know like how far
but
out
yeah,
it
that's what
shrinks
I'm
at
saying.
this
That you
point in time.
know, but that's what I'm saying. That for Emu, it's like it's probably the case here, which is relative to that area, like Elbaf, which is a huge area, mind you, it's a massive area for Elbaf, but
Might only
Elbaf
be
and then
part
some.
of Elbaf, honestly. Given how big Elbaf is, it might only be part of Elbaf.
I mean, he did the hockey, and then what was it when he was inside of Gunko's body, and the hockey, which is the same hockey, mind you, because I said before. I think Gabon, Loki, Harald, not
Yeah, they
Harald,
felt it from the
Hyruden,
underworld.
and Luffy. They could
Yeah.
feel right, feel it. Yeah. Escobar,
do
much for
that on
$5.
God
What about
Valley?
Dragon? What about Dragon?
Yeah,
What
Dragon's
is
fighting
Dragon
against the
gonna do?
Yeah.
What is
Dragon's
Dragon
fighting
gonna
against he's fighting against the I mean, what? Dragon versus Emo?
Nah, Dragon is getting destroyed. What the
I don't know
hell?
about that. Oh, I don't know about that. If
Luffy should
is
be
a
stronger than
little
Luffy should be stronger than Dragon at this point. He should
listen,
have been
right
stronger
now,
than-
I don't. Right
Yeah,
now, I don't know if
Luffy's
stronger than
stronger
Luffy
than Loki.
than Loki.
Yeah.
So I need. Yeah,
That's
right
what
now,
I'm
I'm a hold.
No,
I'm a
but
hold.
Dragon is weaker than Loki. What the hell?
I'm a hold. I'm a hold right now.
Is
I'm a
he?
hold.
Wait, why are we
But after anything that-
why are you so confident on his level? Like we don't
Yeah,
know
I'm saying like we have
anything about this.
nothing to like go off of at this point.
I have no faith in Oda for Dragon. No faith. Absolutely none.
I'm a hold.
I mean, yeah, I don't think that. I think that's very premature to say at this point in time.
Is it? Dragon
Yes.
has
It
got
is.
Right now, I
plenty-
think yes.
Dragon has had plenty of time to cook. Plenty.
No.
No, he
Not
doesn't.
really.
Oda hasn't.
He's
used
fighting.
his-
Dragon's fighting. He's literally fighting against the fucking like the whole world. Like he's doing other shit.
No, I'm saying him having an actual fight, like direct fight. I'm not talking about his faction having a fight. Like Oda could have used him by now. He hasn't.
Yeah, he's
I don't know
clearly
why.
saving him for
Then he's
something.
holding him off. Yeah, he's holding him off for something else.
Yeah, he's holding him off, bro. All right, hands me a little chat. Give me a second, okay? 100 bits. I'm curious why you guys are shocked that Luffy turned into a genie when he has Toon Force. Get ready for anything. Because
No,
like,
it's
Toon
just
Force.
random.
Yeah, but I say like.
Yeah,
Like-
it's
like-
just random. And I don't, also on the Toon Force thing, I don't even think it's that. He's just.
I mean, a
I don't
genie.
think it.
A genie, dude. He turned to a genie.
The
That was like
genie did
fucking
nothing. though.
weird.
He just
Nah, the genie-
transformed. Like,
I mean, yeah. What do you mean he transformed? Like, how did he do that? Because I mean,
look, Cole.
he
Here's the
shapeshifted.
thing, right? It would have been crazy if he actually did something to Emu other than just punching him with hockey. Okay, then we could talk. But he just sucker punched him. Apparently,
A
Which is
sucker punch
hockey.
that didn't land.
okay, hold on. But
Yeah.
shapeshifting is a part of Toon Force. Like you just do be it around be. So
But
that's
it's
what
like
he's doing.
it's low tier Toon Force, if anything.
Sure, but it's still Toon Force. Like he's getting better with the powers as time goes on. Don't be wrong, but like him transforming to a genie. Like if he starts making objects out of thin air, like what, like let's say the ring is part of it. Let's say in the future he gets that. Who knows? But he can like if he actually like uses like I guess if you want to say like yeah like it's imagination power rather than say Toon Force power. I suppose you could argue that.
Yeah,
Like he
more
imagined where like he
imagination.
imagined that he's a genie, therefore he's gonna be a genie. Like if you want to do it that way, I guess. But like I haven't seen him do the whole, ignore distance or move landmasses on any force or like ignore physical matter, like run to a painting. I haven't seen him do that. No, but he also does things
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm talking about.
I've seen him do that. But at the same time, if he can get to a point where he can do that, that would start surprising me because I mean I think in the future we may see him actually move manga panels around.
There are
So,
cheers to Toon Force.
yes.
There are cheers to it. Yeah, like anything else.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still like he's not doing the full on Popeye thing yet. But if he could do the Popeye thing, I would be surprised. Like, will I see him, let's say, lasso the moon and bring it closer? Probably not. But if he did, I'm like, oh well, I mean, shit, here he comes. Or let's say he'll have his own way of doing it. Let's say, I
don't think he's gonna get to those lengths.
Yeah, probably not. But I mean, at the same time, if he does, because let's say, for example, because I feel like he could be stronger than Joy Boy come the end of the story, and if he is stronger than Joy Boy come the end of the story. Yeah, I feel like he will. But then if he is, that could be that level beyond even Joy Boy, beyond anybody. So let's say, for example, you have Emu absorb. So let's say, for example, like you have Blackbeard absorb Emu power. He becomes stronger than Emu now, and then he becomes like this truly all powerful being per se. And that's Luffy's way of matching that shit, where he goes full on Toon Force. Toon Force, like the real sauce.
EOS Luffy has to at least equal Joy Boy. He has to be at least on the same level.
It really depends on like what Joy Boy did with the fruit. Because like if he just does like, typical conventional superpower stuff, then I don't think Luffy's gonna extend beyond that. So it really depends.
Whatever Joy Boy did is gonna be like a ceiling for Luffy in terms of, well, he'll eventually break it because he's gonna be beyond that. I think ultimately, like I think that's just no matter what, he's gonna be beyond that. But I see what you're saying though. It's like you want to kind of like it's like you keep it in terms of like he only kind of transforms the world around him and himself per se, but he's not altering the world in like a way where he's ignoring conventional physics, I guess.
It depends on what Oda wants to do ultimately.
Right. Because like let's say for example, like if this power of the unlimited energy is real, then you could actually see him do things like that in the future. Like you could see like an eternal flame Luffy actually do things like run around and genuinely break the rules of physics like a Toon character would and start doing things like that. Like again, like I fully expect him at some point to actually manipulate manga panel borders. At some point, like I'm ready for it. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for the big.
I wouldn't hold my breath on that.
Well, listen, I have good lung capacity. I'm ready. I'm waiting. I know it's happening. Either that or at the bare minimum, you will see him. You know what? Fuck, I'll do that. That requires a video in the future because I need to do a video. I need too many videos.
By the way,
yes.
Cole, I have a question. Based on this chapter, if we take what happened at face value, what do we do? Do we upscale Emu? Do we downscale Luffy, or do we get somewhere in the middle?
Well, I mean, for me, Emu's already at my highest point, along with Shanks. So it's like I can't go any further than that. So I'll just downscale Luffy because I mean, to me, it just feels like Emu is, or like Luffy to me has to do better than Loki, and I can argue so far he has not.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Honestly, Emu to me right now would be number one among the living, and he's probably like number 2 overall, second only to Joy Boy. So it's
Okay.
like I can't.
By the way,
go ahead.
On the point of like you saying that you're downscaling Luffy, a lot of people believe that in regards to like Kaido, he should also be downscaled in comparison to Luffy, because a lot of people believe that Luffy did a lot more to Kaido than they realized, and they feel like Luffy should be like on the same level as Kaido, if not stronger than him.
I mean, like that's how they feel, but
humans at that point, Kaido was not fresh.
Like the key point that people mention is his like a lot of times Luffy did overpower Kaido in like terms of like when they did attacks that clashed and whatever, and more times than not Luffy did defeat Kaido in those
okay, but think about it. It's like those attacks that we saw from Luffy, we're not seeing from Luffy in the entire final saga so far. There's not an attack we see from Kaido, from Luffy, that's on the same level as the Bajran gun. If there is, point it to me, but I've not seen that since.
Close. Not even close. Yeah.
And then Kaido was still overpowering Luffy in terms of various things, like before, let's say, the Flame Drum Dragon, you have the
Death Destroyer.
Right, the Death Destroyer Thunder Bagua. He was still taking attacks from Luffy. I mean, mind you too. It's at the very tail end of the fight when he's levitating an entire island, which does play a role into his stamina game because Yamato says as much. Where levitating an entire island, it's also like seeping into his strength. And then on top of that, Kaido allowed for more to happen. Emu does not. Think about it, right? In terms of the fight, Kaido allowed for him to take attacks. Like he took there, like he said there, he said, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna take that, you know, X, Y, and Z in the third.
On purpose.
But with Emu, he's not doing that. Emu's not trying to take attacks. He's made more efficient as a fighter. He's like, no, fuck that shit. I'm gonna take you guys out hella quick. I need to get out of here ASAP. So like how they operated was very different too. But against Emu, he has not done the Bajra and Gun type move yet. He's not even like remotely close yet. That's not happening yet.
Not even Star Gun, honestly.
I ain't gonna let you get that
Hasn't done
chance.
anything. Yeah,
Pretty much.
I don't know about Star Gun. I don't know. Okay, you're probably not.
I think Emu was kind of doing like the Kaido stick against Loki, because like he was excited. He wanted to see what he could do, and he wanted to enjoy the fight. I guess in that sense, he was kind of like, you know, doing the Kaido stick.
I mean, maybe the problem is that like, I mean, like
nostalgia too.
It's possible, but like Loki and Ragnar were just fighting on him in terms of they were matching whatever he was doing. So like, it's not like he overwhelmed them per se. Like at the beginning when he was in regular giant form, yeah, and then transformed to dragon form, and him and Ragnar are actually matching Emu shape like bar for bar. And then later on he goes back to giant form off screen, or I guess regular form, and then that's when you see him get the Stigma Blade. But it wasn't until then do you see that happen. So the entire time, Loki just matching him bar for bar. But again, like with Kaido would just take attacks, just say fuck it. Like hell yeah. Like he could have dodged more, but he chose not to. He just like, I'm serious. Even the Bajra and Gun, I'm right here.
Yeah, he could have dodged it if he wanted to.
Yeah, but he said fuck it.
I'm just so shocked at like how this initial like bout between Luffy and Emu went, because like I feel like the expectations of Loki versus Emu versus Luffy versus Emu were like completely flipped. Like we expected Loki to get packed up a lot quicker, but they had like a more of a back and forth. Although like you could just argue
that's fair,
that
actually.
Emu was like, you know, taking it easier and just
wanting to kind of enjoy the fight. That was at least like a mid diff.
But it's like Luffy, he just was shutting everything down, didn't give him a chance to breathe, and then just end of the chapter packed him up. Like
yeah. I mean, the idea is that hey, like if Luffy is just like trolling Emu a little bit with the whole Majin thing, then Luffy is not like he's having fun as per usual, but at the same time he could be more dialed in. I'm not saying he's not going all out, but like if he's trolling Emu by going Majin to Majin, it's like okay,
the thing is though, like I don't know why he's.
But he's serious though, so it's weird.
Like when he's like initially like, man, if I don't eat all this food, I can't win. Like, oh, I don't think anybody could beat me now. Like he understands the gravity of the situation. So why are you trolling?
Because he wants to have. It's like his tendency. Like whenever he's in gear, even when he's in base form, or gear 2s and gear 3s, but his tendency is to have like fun in the fight. So he wants to enjoy the fight, especially when he's in gear 5. He wants to enjoy the fight, have fun. Like that's why we have like Roadrunner running around constantly. That's why he's like, you know, I'm gonna go Majin form, have some fun. I'm making fun of you being a devil. Things of that sort. Like he has the bug eye effects, you know, like that kind of shit. You know, like that's what he does in the fights. He really maximizes that Looney Tune type shit. He really does.
Testing his opponent it's similar to what Goku does sometimes. Like he tests his opponents first. Yeah. But
I think more so than that, it's like he just wants to be as creative as possible. So he tries new shit out here and there. It's just fuck it, I'm gonna just do Genie now. You know,
he's gonna need to try new shit against him.
Yeah, like, but I'm saying like, because like the Genie, I didn't really like perceive it as a troll until like that one. I think it was a donation that said it was like the same kanji.
Yeah, it was Lady Heroes for that last stream, I believe, was because it was a pretty good comment because I didn't realize that. Like, yeah, it was like, hey, Majin equals demon. So him turning into a genie is him also commenting on Emu.
Yeah, I thought he kind of pulled it out to like, because like that attack he did use on Emu, like it had like ACOG on it, and it looked like it was pretty strong, but I mean ultimately the form didn't really do much in the grand scheme of things. So if it was just actually just ultimately a troll, I'm like, bro, like, what are we doing considering everything that's like on the line right now and that you're aware of? Like, you had to eat all this food just to make sure that you're ready to fight.
Yeah, but it's like,
yeah, Luffy should be more locked in. Yeah,
I mean, but even against like Kaido, he was having fun too. It's like, think about it, it's like whether it was Kaido, no, it's not okay. Fucking the elders and Kizaru, he turned them into symbols.
But like, I'm gonna say
like that's how Luffy's rolling. Like he turned Kizaru and the others into symbols. He had fun with Kaido. He's had fun with Rob. Like, every fight's like that nowadays in Gear 5.
But he didn't say those things about like, oh, I don't think I'll be able to win or anything like that. Like, I feel like it's just a different situation with Emu.
Yeah, but that's not gonna stop a Nika from doing Nika things, bro. Like you can't take the YN out of Luffy. He's him. He's gonna be locked in when he wants to be locked in. He's gonna have fun when he wants to have fun, and he's gonna fuck when he wants to fuck you up if he can.
I think this battle might change that though. To be honest,
it might. But like he has to get to that point, like him actually getting stabbed. But mind you, like here's the thing, right? If it actually is, let's say, a Toon Force clone of some kind, or like or let's say his own like homie clone bullshit, right? Like you can see like Luffy like let's say on a branch picking his nose, like, yo, what are you doing, bro? Like, hello, that was all like a clone. Like you can see him troll like that, like that's also possible too.
It's possible, but if we're talking about
that bailout move, he already did that. So Emu probably saw that he could do that anyway. Because like the genie form, like, it did that strategy already. He just like
he didn't make a clone
out of it.
Wait, the genie's not a clone.
I know.
I mean, like the genie could be like it could be like a cloud body or like he just made it because he just did.
Shape shifting.
Yeah. No. I don't know because I feel like he's either shape shifting or he actually just willed into existence that form. But I mean, either way though, that's not a clone.
I mean, if we're talking about people,
the same though. Like even if it's a clone, like he's gonna use that to like escape the fatal attacks from Emu. Because like the void was a fatal attack. He had to avoid that. If he does the clone, he's gonna use it to avoid another attack. So like the principle is the same. So I think Emu probably could anticipate that move. So
this could be fatal, but at the same time, it's like he may just tank it and say fuck it, we ball. But
or at least he takes it and sustains the damage. Yeah.
As far as people like enjoying fights, I mean, we've seen over the course of the series that people do get invested in the fights and start enjoying themselves. I mean, look back at Wano. Kaido was actually enjoying himself. That's why he went.
Kaido and Luffy were having a blast. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and even before that, look at Kaido and Big Mom. When they had that little scrap, they were both smiling. They were like, oh, it's been years. It's been 10,000 years since we last crossed fist. Look at Roger and Whitebeard.
Yeah.
Roger literally ran with a goofy grin past Rayleigh. It was like, oh, I'm gonna give me son of Whitebeard, and they ended up splitting the sky. So
that was with Odin.
Oh yeah. No. He ran past Gabon and Scopper when he was going to go fight against Odin. Yeah, and then afterwards, in came Whitebeard after Odin got punted, and then they had the clash in the sky. Because he said, "Oh shit, Whitebeard's here. Let's have some fun."
And Newgate happened, and that's when he clashed.
But to be fair, he also wanted to fight against Sengoku or Garp. Because like, yo, like you Marines can't, like, you're not fun,
bro.
Yeah.
So y'all can't hoop with me, bro.
Yeah. But it's like a lot of times you want to have fun. It's that for Luffy, Emu's not a fun guy. All right, he ain't Kawhi. He's just trying to. He's not a fun guy. He's just listen. Fuck you, get Div stabbed. Yeah, he ain't Kawhi.
I'm a fun guy.
Yeah, this fight is very similar. This fight is very similar to what happened with Crocodile. Like Crocodile was very serious, very no nonsense, like unimpressed, unamused. He just tried to pack up Luffy. I feel like Emu's the same energy, plus the Joy Boy talk that Kaido did, but in a different manner.
I got you.
Well, I think he was that way.
Impressed.
I think he was that way with Luffy because Luffy was kind of wearing the skin of the last person who gave him a tough time, which was the person he's still scared of.
He's cosplaying right now.
That's why he kind of But then when you look at the fight against Loki, he was locked in. Like let's do this. Like come on. Like he was like I wouldn't say he was having fun, but he was like battle lust just took over. Like let's do this. But then when it hit to Luffy, it was like, nah, man, you're not worthy.
I mean that impalement wound is pretty bad. Like, is it like the left side of like his abdomen or something? I think
Yo,
that's what it's
We don't know.
implied, right?
it's funny
Okay.
because like if it's his chest, people are like, "Yo, Luffy is gonna get a scar from Emu now, and it's gonna combine with the kindness scar to make the Star of David."
Oh yeah, wait, the Star of David.
The Star of David is gonna have
What
one
the
down the
fuck,
middle.
bro? The one down the middle.
with
Because the
the
X and he
X.
has a down. Okay,
Yeah.
that's some shit. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Okay, the Star of David. Holy fuck,
Yeah.
dude. Okay.
I mean, this attack, if this is actually Luffy, this might actually leave like a permanent scar. Honestly.
I mean, I don't know because it feels like we said the same shit about Katakuri. It's like, wait, where's the scar at? We said the same thing.
Bro, it was
Well,
gone
yeah.
like the next chapter. The
Yeah,
damage.
it was like that
It
shit
was
had-
gone.
yeah, that shit did not
What was
stick.
the move again? What was he drilled Mogura into Luffy, right?
Yeah. He
Okay.
he thrust.
Like, if
he
you
literally
notice-
blew out a hole on the side of his abdomen, and that is not there anymore.
On the same place that Emu pierced Luffy, actually, pretty much on the same spot.
I don't know. No, I think
also like to
the most
make-
was
So what,
lower.
are,
But
so what are we treating it like a hollow hole from Bleach, where it's just nothing there?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying like Luffy has a god class devil fruit. Like I'm just saying healing factor might also happen like as part of like a mythical zone, but I mean if Luffy does more than healing, like if he can actually lose body parts and actually regenerate, that would be crazy. But I think that
I mean, the same
Oda's
thing.
Oda's not gonna do that.
The same thing happened with Emu this chapter. Like all of his blood, all of his like scarring
Bro,
is
Emu
gone.
does not retain
It's
any
not
damage
there anymore. Like
Like-
like the bleeding from the mouth isn't there anymore, and like where's like the damage that he received from?
Yeah, Emu
from
has been
Loki?
passively like
He's
healing.
he's bled
Yeah.
multiple times and then just like comes back mogging, like no damage, nothing.
I mean, it's probably affecting like his timer, like his stamina, but it's like his health is like constantly regenerate properly.
I mean, to be fair, yeah, like I mean, his bleeding stops. I mean, during the fight, but like you got like he's like maybe semi-regenning, but probably not. But he's not on the same like.
scuffed. He's still
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
the same as like
Yeah,
how the
but I
God
don't
Man said
sense-
they like have like
Even with-
almost like
even-
a Logia.
Even with all the damage, I don't see a sense of urgency from him. Like, like the damage is affecting like his timer or anything, and so
Mhm.
he's speeding things
like
up because he has to rush. I feel like he still has some time left. Like his time here is not next out.
He told
Like
Summers
Oda-
that they had to hurry
Oda
up.
Oda made it like a note of
Yeah,
this.
they
like,
had to
same
hurry up.
thing with-
Yes.
like Oda made a note of this with like Sanji talking to Queen. Like Queen was acting like he didn't take damage. He was like bluffing, but like Sanji called him out on that, and he said that you did take damage. Stop lying, bro. Like I know you took damage.
With Queen, it was noticeable. It was noticeable that he took damage. Like Emu is
Like
masking
it's
the
like a
damage
soft
Yeah,
notice
Sanji
for,
and
like,
Queen
it's-
don't even matter though. It's like because like Queen, he's saying he was good, but like Queen, like was like I think it was the grill shot when he took that shit. He actually felt like a lot of pain. He was like getting like he even was like, oh shit, like because we get I think like internal dialogue about him actually feeling pain from that, and then like how that attack fucked him up.
Yeah,
But like
Queen has a
with
lot of
Emu, we haven't
endurance.
gotten that yet.
Yeah.
But even still, like Emu's not in his shadowy form, so you can see him bleeding. Again, when he fought against Loki, he had the whole huffing and shit before he called him a traitor. So
Yeah, Emu's tangible now. That's the only way that he can actually be damaged because that's his actual body. Yeah.
but then his other body, his shadowy body, it needs like host. It needs Gunko. It needs the elders
or
and
Saturn.
Mars. Yeah. Like
It's
it needs those elements.
Intangible. It's intangible. It almost reminds me of Harudagarn. It's pretty
Who?
much like the movie villain from like Wrath of the Dragon, like the kaiju, the yellow
Oh, I know
kaiju.
who it is. Oh, wow.
Yeah, but it's like he was intangible and he could only be damaged when he was attacking because he was reflexively intangible. Yeah. It's
Okay, I got you.
He was a phantom Majin, actually. So if
Phantom Majin.
yeah, or a Gen Majin, like very, very. I feel like there could be a similar thing here, but it's like it's not to the same extent.
Okay, maybe that's possible. All right, hold on, let me see. So it's some more donation real quick. Shadow, you keep on doing it, bro. All right, shout myself $5 again. Please remember that Nami said either just one room or, to be generous, the whole castle is country size. Average islands are country size in One Piece. You mean like what, for like Kaido? I mean, not well. I mean, okay. Or do you mean for Elbaf? Because Elbaf is pretty big. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. But not every island's the same. It's like some islands are smaller, some islands are bigger, right? It's like you have islands like Egget Island, which are like Egget Island would fit easily in Elbaf, very comfortably. Like there'll be plenty of space there. Then you have also Thriller Bark, which is island chip. But then like you can see Thriller Bark compared to, let's say, Hachinoso, and it's for sure smaller than Hachinoso. But then that compared to Elbaf is way small. Like Hachinoso would fit on Elbaf quite easily. But then you have islands like Wano Country, where it's actually like an archipelago of islands. And then you have Alabasta, which is huge, right? But you have Water 7 that's not as big as Alabasta, you know? Yeah. It's all islands are different in scale. So some are country size, others are not as big, nor even close. Then you have Rev. Fans of both know that Assassin's Creed and One Piece have the same lore / ending goal. Assassin's Creed, the ancient Isu artifacts, and the advanced civilization of the past. Apple of Eden staff for Cosmos, etc. I don't know what's going on there. Do you know what's going on there?
I have no idea, honestly.
Wait, what was it?
No, I know what
he was saying
about, but like I haven't played enough of Assassin's Creed to like extrapolate on the lore.
Yeah, he's saying that Assassin's Creed and One Piece have like a very similar like lore and ending goal, where apparently the artifacts
they
of Isu
kind of do, yeah.
They kind of do? Okay. And then so you have the Isu artifacts, advanced ancient civilization from the past, Apple of Eden, and the staff of the cosmos. So is that like what? Like the devil fruits, ancient weapons, ancient civilization, the eternal flame is the staff of the cosmos? Is that what we're getting at here?
That sounds like Skyrim or like Final Fantasy.
Kind of, honestly, yeah, ain't but I guess you could argue in some ways it's similar. And then last super chat is Rev. Better right hand, Kyokai or Zoro? It's Kyokai, dude. Kyokai. No offense to Zoro, but it's Kyokai. Kyokai. All right, she a goat. If you're a Kingdom, you know it's Kyokai. All right.
Cool. I got a dip, man.
I know that.
Have a good night, y'all.
No doubt. I feel like it's like, we're at the 3-hour mark though. So give me your last thoughts, and then I'm gonna go and get some eat food, and then great for Patreon stream.
I was just going to ask, does this chapter merit review like the last one?
Yeah, for sure. Just because of shock value. I did do a video recording on it just to give like my initial thoughts. But I'll probably do like a few more videos on this one, and just kind of like like really like hunker down, and because I think everyone has some good takes about the idea about what's going on with the like this whole situation. Like, is it a fake out or not, or like what happens from here? All that kind of stuff. We had some good takes for real.
Yeah.
Yo, you need to address the video that you made with the extreme diff part on Emu.
I mean, I already did.
It's like address it.
No, I mean, so it's like I said before. I was like, hey, I think that Luffy is stronger than Loki, and if he's fighting against Emu, he should do better than Loki. But now I'm like, hold on, maybe he's not. So that's it.
Yeah, you can't really upscale Emu any higher than.
Yeah, like I mean, like to me, he's interchangeable for number one. It's either him or Shanks. All right, that's it. So I just leave it there.
I honestly think that as much glaze as Shanks gets, I think that he loses to Emu in a one-on-one.
That's fair.
I'm gonna keep it real.
That's fair. I mean, for me, it's like Shanks has Haki expert with the Jorba's Haki that Paddy on his knees apparently, and also he subdued Loki. So and Loki, the same look at that. Also, that was 6 years ago too in the past. So
yeah,
but I guess if you say, well, Loki subdued himself, some weird shit like that, fine. But that's up to you.
Yeah, I don't think people should use current Shanks to assess like Loki's strength, and I also think that there's a lot more nuance with what the Giants said, what Dorian Broggie said, because I don't think Shanks' hockey is on the same level as Joy Boys. I think that they made the comparison because it's the closest to what they were familiar with. In my personal opinion.
No, I mean, if fair, it's that like I've seen people translate it in Japanese so many damn times now. I've even seen Arter talk about it too, and Japanese and what actually means Japanese. And it's like, as far as I could tell, they're comparing it to Shaggy's hockey because the hockey, it's the old hockey that they get that warrants that comparison. And he also has similar feats to Joyboy's hockey. They did similar things. So it's like, okay, you know. The only problem is that with Shaggy's hockey, he has malice to his hockey. That's why his boys got knocked down the ship. But Joyboy's does not have any malice. So in terms of the attack power, so in terms of like the potency of the hockey, you could argue maybe they're similar. But with Shanks, he can't control it as well as Joyboy could.
Probably. Yeah, Shanks' hockey is less refined than Joyboy's.
You can argue that, yeah. But they have very similar feats too. Like they both power down people so they can't use their powers. Shanks had absurd hockey range, so did Joyboy's hockey range. So like, you know, all kind of stuff. And then when it comes to the Loki comparison, Loki got beat by Emu, but Shanks already subdued Loki 6 years ago. So it's like, okay, so that's like, you know, like
it doesn't really matter to me because to me Shanks is either number 2 or number 3. So it doesn't really matter too much to me. But I would say, yeah, we should probably be. You should probably do more of these, like share more of these discussions of ours in like shorter videos because I think that those are pretty fun. Like I like to.
It depends on the topic. I mean, it just depends on the topic. That's really it.
Yeah, like our assessment.
All right,
what's up, Brendan?
Okay. And then, you came too late, dude. I'm about to wrap this up. Hold on though. Escobar, much of the $5. What I'm saying is Dragon may have mythical wind devil fruit. Who's to say his power couldn't get him to Elbaf quickly? I mean,
if it is wind, it should be a Logia, not a mythical zone.
And on top of that too, Dragon has nothing to worry about. Dragon has he has to coordinate an armada of men across the entire planet to focus on taking down the Holy Land and take out their supplies. I don't think he has time to go to Elbaf on a whim, unless he knows somehow what's going on there. But I don't see how he would know when this is going to be like Emu only came in maybe like a few minutes ago ish. So there's like no. Actually, I'm not sure how. I have no idea what the time frame is. But how could he possibly adjust to Emo being on Elbaf when he came like 30 minutes ago? There's no way.
Yeah, probably less than an hour ago.
The only person outside the elders that knows that Emu's like left to Elbaf is fucking Lafitte, bro.
Lafitte!
Lafitte or Katarina Devon?
Lafitte knows. Fucking Lafitte, I can't wait for it, bro. If he's actually in the fucking if he's actually in the room, I'll make a Donfather video. Like he was right. Donfather was right about Lafitte, bro. All right, if he was actually just chilling there the entire time,
if he was actually
squatted out and shit, dude.
Cheetos in the corner and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. On the cuck chair controlling the butterflies.
With the Mountain Dew. Yeah. Watching him just fucking jack off to Lily. Absolute.
Oh God.
Absolute.
Absolute. Put the black red like y'all seen some shit, bro.
Yep.
Cole, when do you think on the Sabo quote that he did on Dressrosa? Where he said anytime Luffy's in trouble, no matter where he's at on the world, he'll be there.
I mean, Sabo could come for sure, but at the same time, because Sabo they want to talk about Sabo. I think they want to talk about the whole D-Clan thing with Vivi and Luffy. So that's happening eventually. I think again, like it's so if let's say for example, right, Luffy's river card starts to like burn or some shit because he got stabbed by Ibu genuinely, right, and then now Sabo wants to go and help. Maybe you do have Luffy get captured by Emu, right? And then he's like now hostage in the Holy Land, okay? Okay, fine. Now you have Sabo pull up for sure, 100%, without question.
Yeah, but I don't see Luffy being sent to Impel Down, honestly.
Yeah, probably Holy Land be captured. But at the same time, if it's just like something like Luffy took a stab, but he's injured on Elbaf. And again, there's not enough time. Like you need more. You need like days. Like he's probably like halfway around the world right now. He has to travel from there to Elbaf or something like that. Like
yeah, unless he's already en route, he wouldn't get there in time.
Yeah. So mind you, like it's been one major wound, if it's actually real, so far. It hasn't been enough to have Sabo come from where he is halfway around the world. So we'll see. We'll see. Like okay, like for example, too, it's like when Luffy got knocked out by Kaido and was like damn bleeding everywhere, or like when he was under, like when he was drowning after he got put off the island. Sabo, there are no signs of Sabo making a move or anything like that. There was nothing there, so that's something I don't know.
He was busy with ref shit. Yeah.
Yeah, but like there was no mentions of it or an attempt or none of that stuff. Like I saw every favorite card burn, but then actually it restored itself. So like there was no mention of that at all. So I don't know, but we have to wait and see.
Sabo's amnesia came back.
Taking now?
Please no. Please.
So Sabo's amnesia came back.
Oh, stop.
That's why I didn't pull up.
Please no.
Yeah. I don't know. Luffy getting captured to me would be interesting because like that means that we have to leave him for a period of time as the main character, and then we have to have the other characters kind of do their thing to get him back. But I don't know if Oda wants to commit to that because I feel like if Luffy gets captured, then the final war is happening. It's guaranteed because we cannot leave the main character for a long period of time and then have fans be like cool with that shit because fans will go, especially in Japan. In overseas matters less. In Japan matters more. And in Japan, the main characters matter the most. If we leave them for a long period of time, they get pissed and they still start to drop. So it's like,
So it would be the reverse of what happened at the end of the pre-time skip, in a sense.
Yeah, in a way, in a way.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, Rev, much of the $9 again. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that I think that was like one of the more interesting parts of the story when you just see Luffy solo, in a way.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
So I think it could be interesting if that does happen.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, I mean, reversing that would be kind of nice, honestly. But at the same time, it's like it's fine. We'll see because I don't know if also actually do this or not. But the possibility is there. Okay, Rev. Each main. Oh fuck me, dude. What is this? Each mainline assassin is Will of D member.
Giving you the lore right now.
Yeah. Reg assassins are pirates. Reg assassins are pirates, and Templars are the Navy. The struggle of power is domination versus chaos, and both groups want the apple, One Piece, staff, Eternal Flame, etc. as angel weapons. So angel weapons is the same thing. Okay. I did not know that. I've played Assassin's Creed since like I think is it Altair? Or is it who's the guy in Italy? Like the second one. I haven't played it since then.
Yeah, it's Altair.
Okay, yeah, Altair.
No, it's Ezio.
Ezio, that's his name. Yeah, Ezio, yeah. I've not played since Ezio. Okay, fair enough. So I don't know about Assassin's Creed lore.
Altair is in Jerusalem.
Okay. That's number one, right? Ezio's number one?
Yeah, he's in the whole.
Okay, yeah. So that's what I played before. I played a lot of the one for Ezio, but I didn't finish that one. And then that's it. So I can't tell you the lore. I have no idea. But thanks for filling me in. Okay. Because I mean, I'm pretty sure there's also things too, like other series do that when it comes to Ancient Kingdoms, Ancient Powers. Other series do that too. It's not. I feel like there's a lot of House movie castle that you see in One Piece. Also, it's another story too. I think it's like the Children of Gold, something like that. But either way, I forgot what it's called. Okay, that's it. 3 hours. I need to go take care of some Patreon shit in a minute.
No problem, Cole. Did you like the discussion?
Yeah, it was good, dude. We had a good discussion for sure. But yeah, so I'll try to get next weekend the One Piece chapter. But I'll try and finish One Punch Man, and then we have Hunter x Hunter to talk about as well. So we'll do this next week too, but it won't be any probably not any One Piece focused stuff unless you have to do it,
No, I think next stream should be primarily One Punch Man.
Okay, yeah, probably then. Yeah.
Right. I have no problem.
You should be able to catch up in one stream, right? I think.
I think so too.
He
Yeah, I
should.
think so too.
He has like 20 chapters to read. I think.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
So
10.
if you're on YouTube, and make sure to like the stream, like the video. If you're on YouTube, you have to do extra work. Appreciate you guys. If you do that, just give it a thumbs up. Obviously. If you want to be a tier 3, you know, like if you want to be like or like Brandon, Scale, Young B, Donfather, then you just gotta join twitch.tv tier 3 membership, and then you guys can join the fun. And we're gonna try and keep on doing this more consistently, obviously. Around the same time, about 3 o'clock, for everybody. So, because I think it should be around like a good time for most people. But yeah, so
By the way,
we'll see you guys later.
question. I have a question before you leave.
All right, shoot.
Do you know if the content creators are going to do like an emergency or like an impromptu reverie next week?
No comment on that one. We've been kind of doing our own thing as of late. So everyone's kind of busy doing X, Y, and Z in the third. That's why we haven't gotten to it yet. So we'll see. All right. I think like me and Roger have been more hands off as of late because we wanted to give it to like the younger guys with the smaller channels. But
that's fair.
I mean, if we need to bring it back again, we'll bring it back again. But
that's fine.
We'll see. All right.
You could do a reverie with the tier 3 as well.
I mean, we do that a lot, honestly, as it is. It's just that like people want an actual like content creator one because that's the thing. It's like people want that. No offense to you guys,
fair.
but it just is what it is because they actually know that.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't think it's ever been
Yeah.
a tier 3 thing. It's
No offense taken.
All right, good. All right, so I'll see you guys later. All right.
all right,
Later,
peace, man.
Cole.
All right, later. All right, chat. So that's it. We are done. Can we do 100? I mean, I would like to. I want more 100 boys to pull on up, but 100 boys is like you know what it is, dude. It's like for Hunter, people are always behind. People are always behind. Like outside like a few people, they're pretty much always behind with Hunter. And so it's like I'm to be fair, I'm behind too, but people are way more behind than me. Oh shit. Okay, so like there are 20 chapters behind, 30 behind, and so you know I don't know. Maybe when we do One Punch Man, we'll have more One Punch Man talk. I think so, but I think it'd be more One Punch Man, not as much as One Piece, but more than Hunter. All right, there you go. Yeah, behind 15 chapters. So because Hunter is quite dense, and so you have to really like lock in for that stuff. I mean, it's my job. But for people who just chill on a regular basis, like Hunter's like, ooh, I don't know, you know. There's a lot, like people get hyped like almost every year. People get hyped for Hunter almost every year. Like it's back, yay! And then when push comes to shove to actually sit down and read it, it's like, there's a lot, like a novel per page. God damn, woo! And it becomes very intimidating, and they back out or they don't get to it. So it happens quite a bit though. All right, Cole, do you think the real do you think that will happen to real Wobble does the king? Either Wobble is back in the regular human world or Wobble's on the ship, the real Wobble. That's what I think. And if they're on the ship, it's because the king had them forced. Like the king knew Oito's plan somehow, some way, and then they were able to get to her sister, and then they had him go through had her go through the ceremony, and they're on the ship as a candidate. That's the only way. That the king, so the king already knows that Wobble's on the ship. If Wobble is on the ship, if not, then the king has no idea. I don't think that her sister would just bring Wobble on the ship as it is, like by herself and via her own will. I don't think so. I highly doubt that. Kings and beasts can't be that easy fool. Nah, but at the same time, it's like if they didn't go through the ceremony, then there's a good chance that they aren't on the ship at all. But we'll see, because again, like there's still a lot of the people of the other princes and their armies. They're still operating as if Wobble is on, like the real Wobble's on the ship. See, like that's why a lot of them pulled up for Kirby's class. So, yeah, I thought the announcement that Prince Wobble wasn't eligible would be more believable and would greatly decrease our risk if being targeted. It won't be that easy. Yeah. So only one of them, Slaka, only she dropped out. Everybody else is still there. So they're of the mindset for sure that, or at least they believe that the princess could still be on the ship. Do you think Kurapika is making it out live? Yeah, of course. I mean, he may not be the same, but I think he's making out live. I mean, I think for sure he's gonna. I don't see him dying, especially because I think he may be near dead, but I can't see Leorio and Cheeto saving Kurapika. Mind you, he's a Zodiac member now. He's a Zodiac, and also you have Leorio there too. So I think he's gonna be just fine. No, well, maybe not just fine, but he'll be alive. Yeah. Corolla though, but Corolla has again, he has to worry about Hisoka, he has to worry about Kurapika, but he has no need, he's up on the ship probably. He also has to worry about other people too, like other factors. Like he has to worry about I think I personally like Saraynik and shit like that. Like going up there to that first level is gonna be hell hectic though, hell hectic. But again, Hisoka is still on the move. All right. Oh shit, Reggie, much of the $5. Appreciate the background noise in these last hours of work. I got you, my homie. I got you. All right, everyone. I'm gonna see you guys for Patreon stream later tonight. I'm gonna grab some food. So till then, Patreon later tonight. Peace out. Lumi, yeah, Lumi too. But Lumi said he's because Hisoka paid for the hunt, but who knows? Who knows how Lumi's actually thinking? We have no idea. And of course, it's also what's going on with Morena and her Haley family going around killing all these people. So there's a lot. There really is a lot. All right, well, no, take care. Stay safe. Peace out. Until next time. Have a nice one. We are on break for One Piece. But I'll be reading Hunter x Hunter 413 on Monday. For sure. And after that, One Punch Man, because I need to catch up. For sure.